Alright, with that.
Green tea.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first video podcast, as I'm calling this. The name may change. The name right now is Why Do We Do This? And I know some people may ask, what do I mean by why do we do this? Well, there are many reasons why I say that. And today, you're gonna see why it says this. Now, I am currently in game chat, not to talk to anyone, mainly to just get this intro out of the way. If you are watching this on YouTube, because this will be going up on the YouTube, please, if you have any traumatic past, anything that could pop up while watching this, while listening, please click off now. I may have to jump in and change some stuff around. Actually, hold on, I'm going to do this now, turn down the game a little bit. Stuff. So master volume, turn it down. Hold on a second. Just so that like we can have a serious chat. And the reason why I'm wanting to bring this up now is a fair few reasons. One of the main people that are going to be talking will be Christina. If none of you know her, or if you have watched my channel for some time, you may know a video from 2 years ago, or as it's marked on my channel, a year ago, because it hasn't been 2 years to the date that it was published. I had Christina come on and she talked about some stuff. Not fully everything, but a few things. And I'm hoping this time maybe we can get a little bit more. Maybe we can get further. So, let's start off. And let's hop into the party.
I think it's called like Manhunt.
Alright.
I think it's called like Manhunt.
There we go. So I have done the introduction.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, man.
How can I best attribute the Manhunt game mode?
I mean, I'll see you when I fucking load
Did
into
you... Have you ever had a Nintendo GameCube?
You forget how old I am. I'm not that old.
Oh yeah, right. I forget you're a youngin'.
I ain't Christina Young. Yes.
Yeah. Motherfucker, I had an Atari 2600
So did my dad.
and a Genesis.
So did my dad, aka you are
Mine came
old.
from my dad. I'm not
Yeah,
old,
and I had a
I'm
360
cultured.
that came from my dad with all the fucking Call of Duty games.
I'm not old, I'm cultured.
Yeah, it's not old, it's cultured.
I am. You youngins.
Alright, I was hoping Christina would start us off. Anyone want to share anything?
I call
I'm gonna include my audio.
Yeah, damn it. Brock?
So,
yeah, this
does someone
is-
want to share something? Yeah, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much.
They put
John,
a
I
caramel
will
dancing.
shoot you.
Caramel dancing.
Siege, why are
this
you
is the
going
video
at 1
that-
megabyte per second?
This is the video that I sent you that link for.
Prop
Hey,
talking is
Christina?
a war crime? What?
Hey, what do you know? Christina's back. She can now start us off.
That's
Yep.
everyone's fucking response.
That'll pay for Tuesday.
This is weird. How do I start this off? What's the first topic?
Just
This
start
is
it with
introduction.
something
Okay,
you want.
well, hi. It's
Should we
Christina.
introduce ourselves?
Last.
We should
That's what I'm gonna do.
probably do that.
In our
a good idea.
in our own little.
We are not
sessions, we should do
professional,
that.
folks.
Yeah,
we are not
We should
professional
do
in
like
any
a 10-second
capacity
clip
whatsoever.
for fucking everybody, though.
Yeah, that's
Yo, can
true.
we look at like opening animations?
She
Fucking like
you
a
my
Badger
sister to
video.
make some.
I just want like the
I think my
Roadhog
sister makes
highlight
some.
intro from Lunar New Year. I just fucking pass out from eating.
She...
I'd rather have Ferris.
That sounds like
Um,
John. That sounds like a John thing. He'll just pass out from doing stupid shit.
Oh yeah, that sounds like me, 100%. So let's get the host introductions out. Christina, Connor.
Connor.
Well, as most of you know, I am Connor. I know you would, Brock, but like, fucking Xbox.
We've got a rogues
Especially
gallery
doing it over
tonight.
computer, it really fucks up. So
Plus, we got a huge
Next
rogues
time,
gallery
though.
tonight of revolving cast members.
yeah, we do. So I know my real name doesn't come up very much. I know my buddy Zach loves to bring up my name. I'm still gonna fucking murder you one of these days, Zach. I swear to God.
He loves you too.
My IRL name is Brandon.
Brandon.
Is it the age?
My age
Just
at
years
this
ago.
time of recording is 20.
That is crazy. That is insane to think about. Hi
You're
guys.
so young.
It is.
Hi, it's Christina. Last time we talked, I was 14. It's been a while. A lot of progress has come. We're gonna have a good
Yeah.
good night. We're gonna have good talks. We're gonna have a good podcast stream.
How old are you now?
Whichever this turns into. I am now 16. It's just solid 2 years. Better than ever.
That's an understatement of the century.
Understatement my ass.
Understatement my
Understatement
ass.
of the fucking decade.
Now, before we continue, with Christina bringing up last time, anybody that's watching on Twitch and has not seen on my YouTube channel, what she means by last time is that last video that anyone on my YouTube will recognize. It is, I'm going to go to Discord because it's the easiest way for me to pull it up. I sent it to Queen. The video is, if you're looking for help, it's not far. That is the video where some of you may recognize her or not. If you do want to see what we talked about in that video, please go watch it. I encourage you to watch it. Not for the fact of it shows me that you enjoy content. It's the fact of that video is entirely meant for mental health, depression, and all that.
And please, whatever you do, do not put in the comments section you fell asleep at this time. We do not care.
That is true.
Yeah, you find it boring, you find it boring. That's your opinion.
That's your own.
If they find it boring, they're wrong.
Do yourselves,
Just
do
a little
yourselves
bit.
the favor. It's your own goddamn problem if you fall asleep at this part.
Hell
Yes.
Okay, we should get going to John's introduction.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You first.
Let's do. Yeah.
Me first? Excuse me.
Yeah. Hey, you first.
Okay.
Oh well.
Congratulations,
My
you've been
name's-
volunteered as
My
tribute.
real name is fucking Connor, but fucking Red stole that, so I go by Rose. I'm
you
currently
still call him
17. Yeah, of course, because he's fucking Baka. And hi. Now I volunteer Queen. This Queen is a queen.
Hello everyone. If it sounds confusing on why I am a guy but I have a female gamer tag, it is because
Because
I
he's
give
a
no-
It is
diva.
currently
I give
2021.
I give not two fucks about society.
My
My real,
man.
my real name is William, but I don't like people using that name because I somewhat just hate it.
I didn't know it was Queen.
Yeah, but I am 18, so if I do cuss a lot, you best man the fuck up because it's gonna be like that for the next probably who knows how long.
Hell yeah.
Because this is a red stream.
If you're coming into this now and you are underage, and if you're watching this on YouTube and you're underage, hello, sir, ma'am, your kid's watching something they shouldn't.
Disclaimer: this has this.
Disclaimer, please fuck off if you are under the
How about-
age of 12.
Your child is
Disclaimer.
watching adult materials. Please speak to them about such issues.
Let's-
For long
do-
periods of time that are very embarrassing.
Let's do a trigger warning. I'm gonna go
Dude,
ahead and
that was before.
Trigger warning for
So-
everybody here.
Trigger warning,
Um,
we're going to be talking about a lot of serious topics like self-harm, addiction, PTSD, sexual
Mental
assault,
health.
mental
And-
health,
and-
anxiety.
And I am
And a
not
lack
an
of
expert
giving
at any
a
of
damn.
this. I'm not an expert at this, but I, for this group, am basically the resident fucking drug nerd and the resident medical expert.
That is
now,
true.
like I said, I am not
But you
an
ain't the
expert
oldest
in
here,
any
boy.
of this. I have very little knowledge, and most of it that I know
young
comes from hearing it, looking it up, being interested in this stuff. So before we move on, because I know some people are going to be saying PTSD isn't that a military thing?
We
It's
Not
well
always.
known in the military. But here's the thing that people don't understand about PTSD.
It's not just
PTSD
military.
is PTSD's full name is post-traumatic
stress disorder.
stress disorder. Now, I know that sounds odd and that's a lot of words. To sum it up, PTSD is trauma to the brain. It is trauma to certain areas of the brain, but as a whole, it's trauma to the brain, just like TBIs are traumatic brain injuries. Now, this trauma to the brain, unlike what most people think, is actually healable over time. The reason why soldiers, cops, people in fields that see a lot of dead bodies have such issues is they see it so much it gets ingrained into their brain. And if you fire a gun at someone, that will be with you for life, because it's not the shot that will give you post-traumatic stress disorder. Even though most people will say, I shot a gun and that happened. No, it's the fact of you shoot at someone, and in that moment you realize that is a bullet to take someone's life. Not a game, not a joke, to kill someone. And if you take it as that, man, there's fucking something wrong with you, and you should get immediate help.
Also, I would just like to point out that even after saying introductions, we launched right into this without me introducing myself. Thanks, guys.
Thing is,
Go
That
ahead.
is
bring up
jackass.
That is
the
true.
red fire
Let's
straight into
let's
it.
give John a moment of introduction.
God, you guys really don't care about me, do you?
I do. I do.
I was
Let's
gonna say
give the
something,
man-
but he was
So
going on a
Let's
rant.
give the man the introduction he deserves.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any trumpets right now.
Sheesh, I used to play trumpet. Could have done
That
a little
was good.
something.
That wasn't good. That was fucking genius. Give me my credit that I deserve. So hi, how you doing? I'm John. And that's John Jon. If you spell it with an H, I will hunt you down.
J-O-N? You spell your name that way? I did not know that. I did.
Yeah, guys, it's John Tron, not John Wick.
I
Okay.
swear I will end
An
every
easier
single
way.
one of you here.
I haven't said
Anyway,
shit.
Yeah, didn't
I am
do a
the
damn
resident
thing.
oldest of the group. I am 22. Actually, in a few days, I'm turning 23. Stay tuned for that stream when it comes up.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. We all
I'll-
gonna be hitting the alcohol. Whoever's legal.
Legal disclaimer, the minors will not be doing any alcohol.
I have fucking
That
SAT
Yes,
you
we,
should
we
know.
all
today.
are very responsible people,
We are
right?
very responsible. We are doing it in a responsible manner, and if minors are doing alcohol, it's under the residence of 18-year-olds in the household.
And plus, you'll have a 23-year-old keeping track of you, so.
That is
Also-
true.
Also, another
the mother
disclaimer.
end.
Brock,
here.
you'll be 23 as soon too.
Also, another disclaimer for anybody who is going through the works as in mental problems.
Sauce is not the answer.
Do not feel like you have nowhere to go. It is always free to help to reach
Do
out
not
to
resort
other
to the
people.
bottle.
Do not resort to drinking, drugs. Don't resort to any of that, kids. Be responsible.
Oh, and quick,
Yeah.
another disclaimer. If you are currently experiencing mental health issues and you are located within the ranges of 6th to 8th grade, please just get over yourself.
Yeah, now, normally I would not want to say anything about that, but I have to say, in recent years, stuff like that in the ranges of, like John said, 6th to 8th grade, a lot of you don't know what mental health is. And the reason why why me and him say that is if any of you have been on TikTok and you've seen all the people that are actually going through depression now, especially after being in lockdown, not being able to see your friends, maybe being pressured to do a lot of shit now, guess what? That's depression. That's when it hits you like a fucking train, and that's when people take their own lives. Because this shit is not a joke. You do not use it to get friends. If you do that, please go fuck yourself.
You should also not use it for attention either.
Yeah. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but really, if you're gonna do it just because you want attention, you want the fame, you want the 15 seconds,
You want
please,
the clout, as they call it.
get a pair of cojones.
Or if you're a woman,
Get yourself
grow some
together.
tits. Alright?
Get a pair of nuts.
Or if you're Christina, grow a spear.
And you have an 8-inch soul dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have an 8-inch soul dick and no balls, please, grow some soul balls.
What is this come out to?
Trust me, none of us here are
Metaphysical
completely sane.
Parts. Okay.
Lost my mind years ago.
For real though, if any of you really use depression as a way to have people look at you, feel sorry for you because you think that getting attention is cool, it's not.
You're not
Because
cool.
until-
Stop.
And I know most of you will listen to this and think, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. How's that friend that was going through depression that you saw was getting all the attention, and then you took all the attention away from them when they needed someone to actually talk to?
Congratulations,
Because
they're
you felt
dead
neglected. Go check on them.
Congratulations. you
Yeah.
just killed
If they're
someone.
dead, maybe you'll realize that deciding to get clout through depression is not a good idea.
No.
And I wish we were joking. There are people who have actually taken their lives because of that. Because the help they needed wasn't there because someone faked it.
That is very true. And it's, honestly, it's a really big, heavy topic to talk about in general. But
Hey, yo,
whenever it comes... Oh,
Chat, can we make sure everyone's heard? Do we have the full roster? Do we got like Queen, Rose, me, Connor, Christina? We got
I don't
I
everyone?
have
talk
my shit
much.
included.
Because I do not
Yeah.
want to have any audio unincluded, because I don't want to repeat of the fucking Minecraft stream that I'm still angry about. Apparently, I was
Oh,
muted
yeah,
the
that
whole
one.
recording session.
oh
That was
God,
fucking
that
tough.
sucked.
I hated that. Oh my god.
Thing is, the Minecraft Dungeons one, Red lagged out, so he rejoined the party, and he didn't tell me that he lagged out of the party, because as I got back, he's like, oh, I'm back.
Hmm.
That was at the very start. And I was about to kick
Yeah,
his
we're all in.
ass.
We're all good.
Get in
But
line.
but for real though, anybody who is going through the works, you are not alone.
That is 100% true. That no matter what you think, no matter
What's-
how alone you feel, that you're never truly alone. Even if you have this burning thing inside you and you're wanting to end it or you're wanting to escape from it, it may be hard.
Please don't. The
but
feeling inside of you
some
might be
way-
spontaneous human combustion. Please ask your doctor.
This is
But-
not fucking Fire Force.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's an
now-
actual thing and it's scary.
Yeah, now you will hear a lot of jokes here. This is a friend group. This is a personal friend group. We will make jokes.
Well, I don't know about Queen. I
Not
don't trust
out-
him for a damn sure.
But all these jokes are not made out of spite. They are not made out of anything towards
They're made out
anyone.
of
If you
actual
hear-
comedy, not what passes for comedy nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This is all okay. So any jokes that you hear are comic,
Comic
sorry.
relief.
Yes, it is comic relief and
Why
comic
do I have to be
purposes,
the dictionary
comedic
here?
purposes.
Because Red
Um,
doesn't know how the fuck to speak.
Damn.
But no,
y'all talking big
anything
shit.
said here between friends is
Do not
meant
take offense
be
to
between
it.
friends.
This is between
are all-
friends.
Oh, you know
We are
someone's
all
gonna take
friends
offense
here.
to it.
We are
Guess
all
what?
Yeah,
I
casual.
don't
no
give a
shit.
fuck. But guess
Exactly.
what? It's a disclaimer anyways.
Everyone here, we are all casual friends. We just chill, talk shit about each
Oh,
other.
we're
a
just
lot.
casual friends. I thought we were something more.
Well, I'm not so sure about Queen and me. I think Queen's been kind of like, he's been sending me pics on the sidelines.
You actually even did that to me. I feel bad.
I thought I was special.
Oh
Oh
god.
man, that's funny.
Oh, shit.
Please note
Oh,
the transfer of
dude.
pictures between two individuals is not too
It-
good
it-
of a thing.
It is not true. None of that of what will be said here between friends is not true, except for the stories that we will be telling. Those are experiences that we have went through.
God damn it! Why are you going at such a low speed?
Everyone has a story.
you.
Everyone has something that they can tell. We are here to talk about ours because, well, nowadays, especially with what's going on in the world, I think people need to hear that they're not alone. And that's because, in reality, a lot of people feel like they are alone 100%. They feel that no one is out there that understands what they're going through.
And
And we're here.
Yep, go ahead.
All I'm going to say to finish this off before John takes over is pretty much you're not alone. There are people out there that are going through similar things or things just like you're going through. Never feel like you're alone. Always feel free to reach out to those around you that have an idea of what you're going through.
No
Suicide
matter.
is
Sorry.
not the last resort. It is not the last resort in any shape or form.
That's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that.
True.
I
was
had that
just gonna
backwards in my
say that.
brain.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
did
to
as well.
say, I've noticed I've kind of been an outcast for most of my life, as I'm sure a number of people here can agree with. And I found that I can say one phrase, and I think everyone here can understand it, which is that sometimes the darkest paths lie behind the brightest of smiles.
Very true.
You
is
are
true.
dead on the fucking nail.
And I know this
Beyond
because
true.
that is me. I always have the air of joy and happiness and always being a anchor for people that I know. But I know that I've struggled with issues in the past, but you know, I've kind of come to terms with who I am and what I've been through. And that's very hard for a lot of people out there. It's not easy. I will say that now. And it may take a number of years for you to understand how you feel and what you want to do about your situation. But as long as you're willing to see it to the end, there's always something. You
There's always
should
light
never
at the end of
believe-
the tunnel, people.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, unless there have been budget cuts, and then there may have been an issue.
And they had to
The
render it in
electricity
the
bill may be
CGI.
getting a little too high. You know, getting bulbs delivered could be a little
Oh,
expensive, but
Jesus.
besides those issues,
You know, I've seen that light flicker before. I think God's starting to get tired.
I think God's looking at his electric bill.
He's looking
I
at
thought
it
he
and
used
deciding, should I
solar."
close heaven for some time?
Oh,
Hey,
man.
even if you use solar energy, someone's charging you.
Sure, sure.
It's true.
Dude, God gets his energy from Edison.
Again, please keep in mind that everything said
Yeah.
here is in comic relief.
Oh, Christina's
Oh.
on. What happened?
Well, we knew exactly. Oh, her Xbox
The electric
died.
company
God.
didn't like what we were
Xbox
saying.
died.
Yeah, her electric company didn't like it one bit.
Yeah,
They're just like,
and
"Shit,
I
they're on
know
to
that
us."
quote might sound fucking cliche, but there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what situation there is.
And I would
Yeah.
know.
Hi, Kitty.
I think most of us have been through that point of desperation.
I'm taking
Okay.
this from a movie, and if anybody has seen Angel Has Fallen, it is our darkest moments that define us.
Yes.
It is.
And I'm going to say this
And-
right now, and I just want everyone to reflect on this if you don't truly understand what I'm saying. You may be going through rough patches in your life, and you may be looking for an outlet of some sort. And I'm not saying you're going to drink or do drugs, but I'll tell you right now, one of the worst outlets for having things like depression, one of the worst outlets can be people. Because in your position, you may wind up trusting someone who's going to betray you, someone who's going to use you for their own means, but say they mean well. And I will not blame you if such a thing happens to you, because it's happened to everyone. We've all been taken advantage of at some point. Even by those you trust, even by your family, it could be. But it's important that you keep your mind about you and you don't let your emotions take over. Don't be afraid to cut someone off if they're becoming an issue.
Yeah, never be afraid of that.
Christina, make sure
I know
I
I've
have
had
your
to do
audio
it.
back.
Good. Welcome back.
Welcome
Good
back.
to have you.
My cat is currently
Good to have you
harassing
here.
me on my desk.
If you ever notice I sound very like monotone or anything like that, it's
Because
just
he's boring.
I'm not boring. Go fuck yourself for one.
Oh my god,
It's
I'm
not-
an asshole and I love it.
It's just after a while, everybody here has either one point in their life, like Type Rose or AKA Connor, for an example, has suppressed their emotions and have gone to the point of not giving a fuck.
It's not my backstory yet, eh? So come before
No,
me.
it's backstory.
It's my backstory to tell. I have my
I've
own
done it.
anime.
Hey, I've done it
It's
too.
a
So
dark and
fuck
stormy
you.
night yet.
My family's
But,
at the
yeah.
mountaintop.
But yeah,
Come before
everybody-
dark.
it's okay to confide in family and friends, but sometimes they become too much and you just don't want to talk to them anymore. Shit happens.
I'm gonna sound like a white girl right now, but where the fuck are my AirPods?
Oh my god. God, that is
sound like a white
girl as
hoe.
hell.
Christina stole them. Don't worry about it.
No, they're on my fucking desk somewhere. It's like the fucking
Christina
Oreo
stole
thing
'em.
again.
Have you checked in your prison wall yet?
What versions?
Always
They're
make sure you check in
fucking
your prison wallet.
OGs.
They're
not on my ass,
wallet, John.
Yeah,
shut
make sure
up.
you check the prison wallet.
John. John, shut your mouth.
I'm telling the truth.
You bitch. But anyway.
Ooh, kinky.
Oh my lord.
Not in Alabama.
Oh no, John.
You need to go more east with that.
John threw that. John threw that one to the wolves and said, "Fuck it."
If you live in
But everyone,
Alabama,
help-
I'm sorry.
Help is around the corner.
my buddy Brock is in chat right now, and he just said, and this is very true, mental health fucking sucks, says the extremely mentally ill person. Now that's him actually talking about himself. I wish I was joking.
Shit's real for a lot of people, you know. Joke.
I'm dead at. Victim. Zero low.
Ooh.
No!
No.
Cat, are you sitting on them? I swear.
But everyone,
Get up. Get
it
up.
can be real for a lot of people.
Get down.
It's real sad boy hours.
For anyone and everyone, as I said, it's our deepest, darkest moments that define us most.
I just killed Hitler.
What?
It looks like him.
Future is
It
nonsense.
looks like
Okay,
Hitler.
okay. Hold the fuck up.
Yo.
I'm like,
you can't
hey, yo,
just
the fucker looked
segue
like
into
Hitler,
fucking
so I
DayZ
shot him.
like that.
I like how we stopped for a minute. It's just like, yo, hold the fuck up. Hold the fucking phone. No.
Hold the phone. Is this a lack of content? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you
Send-
not be entertaining at all times?
Send Connor to the Shadow Realm. He needs a few hours in there.
Oh,
Bitch, I
that
just
was-
fucking woke up.
Bruh, we
off
doing
that
a
fucking
shadow
head.
duel. Let's do it. Unfortunately, no one here actually plays duel, so.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
All of these fucking Lunar New Year skins are fucking ass.
Excuse you?
If I hop,
Except for Huntress. But all the other
Listen,
ones are
listen. Orisa skin. That
Okay.
is just dumb.
If I get the Widow skin first box,
I do
I'm
want to say
screaming.
something, but honestly, a Canadian talking about American.
Listen, I'll say it
American,
right
that
now,
pisses
bro.
off a lot of people.
Top 3 skins. Orisa at number 1. Alright. Fucking Widow, number 2.
Okay.
And number 3, Echo.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
The only problem with Ashes is that it's... I don't like Ash.
Ash's
Bob
main
is amazing.
skin. Bob is amazing.
Another can opener. No, don't need that. Food.
Okay, whose anime backstory are we gonna dive into now?
Oh god. Well, we gotta dive into Christina's. She has the longest fucking backstory.
Alright, and now, folks, it's time for the Draw My Life segment. We hitting up 2014, 2015 here, alright?
Oh god.
Oh shit, she's gonna go 2011. Some of y'all weren't even born yet.
Wait, no, I need the wait, what?
You know what's scary?
Oh.
There are people who were born after Fred happened.
Oh god, yeah.
That feels so weird to me. I was like a kid to a teen when Fred was popular. And if anyone who's watching this right now doesn't know what Fred is, do yourself a favor, look, but don't listen to his voice.
are you talking about who I think you are?
The guy who literally got 3 Nickelodeon movies and a TV show.
Oh my.
They were all
Lord.
terrible.
Oh.
The TV show is terrible, but
First one sucked, the second one was bad, and the third one was meh.
Well, that's fair. But everyone, for real, like, shit's real. Oh fuck.
So, kind of talk about what most of what we're gonna say is.
Yeah. So for so I know for some of us it's going to be not fully like abuse. I went through fucking not physical. Actually slight physical, but mainly mental abuse. And I will tell you that was not fun. It fucked with me, and it still does to this day. So that's pretty much my side. Any drugs that come up, the most I've done is weed. I have not done anything past marijuana. Christina, if you want to go ahead, because you're going to be the main, like, I'm sorry, but you're going to be the
We're
main
gonna be on
fucking
this topic for a
story.
while. She's gonna list
Yeah.
off of the fucking FBI checklist.
It's okay.
That's right, you had to write it down yesterday.
You came
She
prepared.
did.
Trust me.
You name it, she's played it.
That's hardcore white people shit. No, me stop.
That is the hardcore white people shit. Trust me, there's better things you can do that would make you feel good. But that doesn't mean you should be alone.
Yeah.
I mean, Oh, go ahead, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying, because one of the first steps to bettering yourself is to literally better yourself. You are your main priority. And while other people can help you on the process, it's all about you.
Okay, so Christina, I don't mean to cut you off right now. Okay, Brock, because I see what you're saying. Like, you can't hear them over the game? If it is, I'll turn it down. I just need to turn it up a little bit.
Boca.
If, give me a second to try and get this figured out quickly. I need to change that up slightly. There, but there should do. I'm also going to check the stream quickly, so it will pause. X volume. So, either it's Brock, there's not much I can do from here since I'm doing it through Xbox.
Just turn the game down then. Don't turn the party up. Still don't know where the fuck my AirPods are. Not in my pocket. I've been looking the entire time throughout your story, and I haven't fucking found them yet.
Christina, start talking so I can see how loud you are. Okay, I see. Christina? Check, make sure that your audio is actually in.
Did you connect this?
Uncheck it and check it again.
Yeah, because your audio's not coming through.
Does everybody else come through? Or is it just her? Give me one sec.
Everyone else is coming through fine, it's just her.
Give me one sec. We could just start a new party.
We might have to start a new party, yeah.
Start a new
so
party.
hold on, guys. Technical difficulties.
I got it. I do it.
That should be fixed.
It was fucking coming through.
That last second it came through, yeah.
Nice. That's lovely.
So you're telling me her entire time talking, no one could hear her?
Apparently, for whatever
Shit.
reason. But no, it came through at that last second.
That's
Of course it did.
lovely.
Ah!
We had a
Connor,
John
you
There
need
we
to
go.
play some
Yeah,
Minecraft when we do this.
You may actually have to redo that entire first part, Christina.
God dang it. It's
Maybe you
okay.
can-
Actually,
Because
we
it's
could just do it at
up
the
at
fucking
all.
end. We could just do
Yeah,
it
we'll
at
do
the
it at the end,
very
because hers
end.
is like the most
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else go before me because mine does kind of take the longest.
Yours
I
is like
mean,
super
since we
emotional
wanted
and
to
in
rotate
depth.
That is
fucking
true.
Depression. We can rotate through stories if you have one about depression.
Yeah, we'll kind of do a topic to topic. I
That's
like that.
alright, Brock, and I'm
yeah,
kind of glad I
More
noticed
as
because
well go through topics and go through stories, and then we'll switch instead of just doing a long one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Brock, don't be sorry for not saying anything sooner. I'm glad you said something. I wouldn't have noticed because I'm not listening because I didn't have earbuds in.
Of course you didn't. You're definitely not professional.
No, it's because DayZ, I kind of need both ears, just like Rainbow.
Why are you playing DayZ? Why not? Why don't we just fucking play like
Minecraft.
Minecraft or something? Where we just
I'd be
have
down.
I might switch
Cat.
games here in a few minutes, yeah, just because then I don't have to worry about it. Thank you to whoever just joined, please. This is a disclaimer
Momentarily
since I
hold.
noticed that someone just joined.
This
This-
you saw me.
Trigger warning.
What we are
Go
chatting
on that.
about is very
serious.
triggering. If you have PTSD from your past, if you've
Brad,
ever been
can't you set it to 18
abused in
plus?
any way,
Mr.
I can't.
Oh, that's weird. It's a little weird.
But please, if you are underage or someone who has had unfortunate past that has left them scarred physically and or mentally, please click off now.
Thing is,
Okay,
I'd rather
hold on, I'm
do
gonna-
it through. Actually, no. If we did it through Discord, then Queen would be echoing.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Xbox is fine. We
That's
just have to
true
keep
for
an
a
eye
lot
on the
of
audio levels.
Yeah. Because everyone was
I can't
good
from
when
here,
I
dude.
when I
There's nothing
joined
can
it.
do.
It's your stream, dude. You should give a shit.
Okay, well, let me
Yeah.
know if you see it. Let me know if you find anything. No, I'm not that tech. I'm not much of a techie, so.
I'm gonna have to use fucking standard earbuds.
Just saying.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I know you're saying.
Why can't I do that?
I have no idea where they went either. 'Cause I didn't
Can you
put them
hear
on the
me?
bed.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Neither was
Okay.
ready.
I'm like
You
making
mean
sure.
on stream?
Yeah, on stream. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so
Hold on a second.
I have to load a fucking Twitch again. And Red has like a 5-second delay.
Yep.
anyways.
Okay, shit. Okay, hold on a second. Edit stream info. Let's just do 18.
Queen,
There's nothing.
do mic check so I can see if it comes through stream.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. It came through. Okay, so we're all good.
All right. Okay.
Owie. So Minecraft?
I'm in.
I can
Minecraft.
load it up. Do we just want to play on the one that we were just on, Christina?
Yes.
Or do we just
Yeah.
wanna... Okay.
Most progress so far.
Oh god.
I can't log into my Twitch account on my phone. I don't
So-
know why.
Who will go first?
I mean, mine's a little short. I think it's maybe gonna be around like 5 minutes or so.
Hmm. We'll do it this. Oh, you mean channel Brock? Yeah, I gotta do that. Connor?
Hmm.
Yours is the shortest, so let's get you going.
Okay, let me just load into this. Give me one
If you
sec.
don't mind to go first, that is.
Okay, I can.
Alright.
I just need to fucking find something. Give me one sec. Okay, world's up, by the way.
Okie doke.
Alright, I might actually hop on just because it'll be on a game that isn't.
Since you're on Xbox One, you have to restart stream.
I'm not gonna deal with it right now.
Oh, Lord. I'm gonna hate it when I get to mine.
Although I may
Do you
just
want to go
do
first
it,
for
but-
depression if you want?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just don't like talking about my past much.
Mine's short-ish. Okay. So for me,
Hold on.
just as a preference, in case you weren't here from the start, my name's Connor. I go by Rose. Just because Red stole my fucking gamer tag, or my name. And, my depression actually started since I was little, honestly. Because my mom has, bipolar depression, where she switched in between, states of mind, basically. Like, she will switch emotions very quickly. And when I was younger, she used to smoke a lot, too. And for a while that happened, and when I went into, I think, elementary school, I actually started to get bullied by just some random people who weren't really friends at the time, but acquaintances from other people. And it kind of started from there, and it eventually followed me into, like, high school. And in high school, I don't know if there's a clinical diagnosis for this, or like emotional state, where I basically, in a metaphor, turned my heart as cold as it would go. Basically, I didn't give any affection, I didn't receive any affection, almost like that. Like, where I basically froze my emotional state to where I could just build myself and I could just be around people without burdening them with my problems. And that went on since a while back. And ever since a couple friend groups, I broke down that barrier almost, where, because in that state I didn't feel anything, so I would almost turn to self-harm at times. I would drink at sometimes, but all these things weren't, I never went over the edge, so to speak. I never crossed the line of no return. And that's why I'm really good at just listening to people, because I've mostly been through what they've been. Like, I understand the pain, I understand all of this other stuff, but it's that push and pull that kind of led me down that path in my life, because being bullied and stuff just made me not give a shit in humanity. And, like, I've had people use me for stuff just because they thought that I didn't give a fuck. I eventually had a fucking girlfriend who even though she said that she wasn't. And she basically played me for a fool. And I understand that, you know. It's high school, it happens, whatever. But You always look at that situation and be like, what did I do wrong? What could have I fixed so that it didn't fucking happen? You come to a conclusion that it's not you and it was her. She decided to do it. And I actually turned to singing out of nowhere due to VR chat to get over it. So that's my little divergence. It didn't even took like 4 minutes and I'm done. And I saw Christina fucking join Minecraft.
I mean, hey, you told a story and you were talking about things you experienced,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Talking
what we're
about-
all here for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the experience of pain.
This is a
Experience
judge-free zone.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll do mine next, because mine's quite short. So, a couple years back, probably 2015, 2016, I dated this girl, not gonna say her name, but I thought that, like, I could be happy for once. And for some time I was. Until the unthinkable happened. She was abusive. And it was not a fun time. I didn't like going through it, and unfortunately I didn't want to leave her because I felt that there was no one else that I could really go to. I've always been a loner, and really, for most of my life, I've always felt like no matter what, unless I find someone that I can stay with, I'm just gonna die alone. That there's no way I'm gonna be able to move on in life, that, like, I don't matter. And as the thought of suicide came up a lot, yeah. And I hate that suicide has came up too many times to fucking count in my own head at this point. Because I will say this now, there is such thing as the dark place in your head. That one spot that you don't want to go to, but you always end up going back to. I'm lucky enough to have people that I can try and talk to and express what's going on, but there are others that, unfortunately, they can't get that. And it sucks. But pretty much what ended up happening was I was with this girl, I was happy until one day all of a sudden she decided to take my phone and she called a friend. Now, she enjoyed fighting with her past exes, and I get that. Some people do enjoy wrestling and maybe like a little bit of roughhousing. And I should have seen red flags sooner. Why did I pick that up? What ended up happening pretty much was she kicked me in the balls twice. Now, obviously, all guys go through that. But for her, it was just her screwing with me. Overall. But what sucked was when she took my phone and called her friend was actually coming back to where I live here in London. And she mentally fucked with me. And the way that she did that was, well, as most of you could have probably guessed, she looked at me and basically said, when he comes back to London, I'm probably going to leave you for him. And it hurt. She held that over my head. And it bugged me so much. And at the time, I didn't even know I had anxiety. It wasn't until I was hanging out with a friend, and when I was we were over there, my hand started shaking like crazy. And it's because I felt that I couldn't confide in them the fact of I was scared. And it sucked. And it hurt. And after that, I just wanted to die. I used to be a charismatic fucking guy. I used to be able to go out and just talk to people. Talk to women. Talk to girls. And all because of one chick. I went from being able to talk someone's ear off to being a terrified puppy that couldn't even look someone in their eyes. My friend who's like a sister to me. That is someone who will be brought up a lot. When I met her, I didn't see her as a sister. I saw her as someone that I thought was cute. And I really wanted to go out with her. But I was terrified to
Sweet
walk
home
into
Alabama.
a relationship.
Shut it.
I was gonna say, that sounds a little weird.
I was so terrified to
Sounds
walk
pretty
into
sus.
another relationship where I would get hurt. Now, obviously, nothing ended up happening between us, but that's what ended up happening, and it stuck with me for so long that
Christina, your mic's echoing.
Sorry.
And it's not just that. I also grew up just like John. I was a loner. So I have always gotten used to people being in my life, turning around and leaving. So being alone, going through something like that, having friends where it's hard to talk to them, it made it hard to do anything. And it's not fun at all to have to go through all that and pretend that everything's okay. Put on a facade, put on a smile. It hurts and it sucks. And I wish I didn't have to go through it. But it's made me way who I am today. And I'm actually glad for that. And that's really, overall, my story. It'll get worse and it'll get better. And now I have people to kind of lean on to talk to.
As Van Halen once said, you've got to roll with the punches.
That is something that I know some people would love to say it doesn't speak true, but it does. You do have to roll with the punches. You have to get back up when you're knocked down. It's hard, but you'll get there one day. It's just going to take a lot of time. So, me and Connor have talked about our stories. All that's left is John, Christina, Queen.
Green, would you like to go next?
Fuck.
Throw him under the bus
And-
before I go.
Pull the pin on that grenade.
Yeah,
Yarn.
definitely.
Queen,
Little
if
bit.
you don't want to go,
He already did.
It's fine.
He threw my ass under the bus quicker than quicker than ever. Jesus Christ! Like I wasn't expecting it. Ah,
so
Lord.
Queen, I
You know
choose
John's
you.
Gonna throw, you know
Yeah.
John's gonna try and throw everyone
John
under the
threw.
bus before he goes.
John, you're going next. Fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'll go after you, fucko. No, John, I choose you. Fucko.
Nah,
fucker.
I threw you first. I don't want to hear it.
You can't throw someone who already threw you.
Okay, okay. Everyone in favor of having John go next, say aye.
I.
Aye.
Everyone in favor of Queen going next, say aye.
Queen even said
Aye.
Nay.
Damn.
And that vote
I
is
just-
2-3. 3-2.
So it's 3 against 2. It's 3
Shit.
for aye, and
Queen
it's
fucking
2
vote.
for aye.
I didn't go. I didn't say
Oh.
anything. I don't say anything. I don't
Wait,
talk.
so it's 2 against 2. Great. Queen, that means tiebreaker.
Shit,
I
vote
know
for
what he's
John.
going to choose.
I,
You son-
I vote I vote for John.
I know what he's
to
going
go.
to do.
Oh Lord.
You gonna throw me under the bus after I threw you under the bus? I still
Hell
is.
yeah, it'd be like that, motherfucker.
It'd be like that.
Hey, you did throw him under the bus, Joe.
I did throw him under the bus. I will take full responsibility and say that I threw him under the bus. I did.
I will not say it's not deserved.
It's not.
It's pretty deserved. I'll be real with you.
Oh man. So yeah, it'd be like that. I'm trying to compose myself. That's what the fuck I've been. That's what I've
Take
been
your time. We got
I'm trying to
all
compose
day.
myself. So, like, that's why I've been sitting there like breathing like out of fucking order.
Queen.
I mean, shit. If you
I'm
want me
gonna
to go
say
first, I
this is-
will.
Yeah.
It's my backstory is it's a bit hard for some people.
Mine isn't hard. It's just, you wouldn't expect it.
Mine's just a lot of everything.
Yours is a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
And this is why we are splitting it up into multiple sections that you have to pay $1.99.
This is also why we're not playing Rainbow, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The amount
Real
of-
sad
the
boy
amount of
hours while we're trying to shoot
communication on
people.
that. It would just be like, yeah, I got abused in a relationship. Oh shit, Cav!
Yeah, basically. That'd be the gist
It
of
would
it.
be. It would be.
For me screaming.
So, is there any
fucking
particular
scheisse.
sections we're supposed to be going over right now, or is it just free for all right now?
Free for all.
Okay. I feel like I should just touch on the few of the things that lead up to other stories. I didn't grow up with my parents. I did know who they are, and I did see them, but I mostly grew up with my grandparents, as my family wasn't exactly in a good position. Kind of not in a, wasn't really born in a right neighborhood, you know what I mean? And I lived with my grandparents for a long time, and I love them to death. They're more, I'm going to say this now, they're more of my parents than my actual parents are. But I won't say that they were good in their methods of raising me. They were a bit, what's the word? Wow, you laughing when I'm trying to talk? God damn.
Not that.
Shut
Not
the
that. I just clicked back onto the stream manager.
Yeah, Matt.
And I immediately. No. Yeah. Do you see what he said?
Dude, I'm in your stream right now. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure everything looks good. Because I am the tech
Queen,
guy.
I want to hear his backstory.
Yo,
Yeah.
silence the
Sorry,
fat
John,
guy.
I
Let
didn't
Queen
mean to
go.
I didn't mean to start laughing. John,
Red,
please
you need to
God,
shut the
I
fuck up.
I was trying to tell a serious story, and y'all started breaking out laughing. Thanks. It makes me feel warranted.
I'd be vibing.
Hey, Connor, you want to help me, please?
Oh,
skeleton's
does
kicking my
anybody-
ass.
Before he starts,
Yeah.
does anybody have diorite?
Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Alright.
Oh God, get it
Oh
away from
no.
me.
You should check the caves.
Anyway, I'm gonna continue what I was saying. So yeah, what the fuck is that object? I was raised by my grandparents, and although I love them, I don't think they were right in their parental methods, because they relied on the idea of, they didn't really punish me if I did something bad. Instead, they were of the belief that they would, I don't want to say mentally abuse me, but it's something of the sort where they knew that I was partially troubled mentally, and they decided to say things like, "We're very disappointed. Why did you let us down like this?" And I am fairly certain they knew that that hurts me more than any punishment could, because whenever I did see my parents, they weren't exactly in the best position, let's just say that. And they often fought, as parents do. And I constantly found myself blaming me for their problems. And to hear disappointment from my other set of parents, I could barely take it, honestly. It broke my heart so much, and I just, as I said, I was I was an alone person, you know, I was kind of a loner, so for many years I didn't really have a fallback for talking about things, and I actually wound up in my high school. Actually, no, all the way through middle school and high school, I wound up with a I don't know what you all would call it, but it was basically like a caseworker of some sort to help me with my problems because they were just too much for me to handle alone.
Counselor is
And-
the word you're looking
Yeah,
for?
Social
basically.
workers.
Yeah, basically. And I appreciate them all for everything they did, but I just feel like maybe if I had someone I could actually talk to, I could have fixed everything. But I don't. I would say right now, for all those who are watching that want to, you know, maybe go back and change how things were, don't do that. As much as it hurts for you to come to terms with how your past was, you need to come to terms with it. You need to understand who you are and how you got to where you are today. Because once you understand how you got here, you have nowhere to go but up there. Take it from someone who's spent his entire life thinking maybe if things would have changed. Maybe if, I'll say this right now, I'm not afraid to say it, I have questioned a number of times maybe I shouldn't have been born. Maybe everything would be fine if I wasn't here. And fun fact, I almost wasn't. So, yeah, I've lived the majority of my life thinking, what if I wasn't here? But now I couldn't imagine where some people in this world would be without me. I found people who like me for who I am. I found friends. I found almost a second family, really. And I'm very glad I stuck it out as long as I did and suffered through what I did to get to where I am, because it's done nothing but better me. So there's a piece of my story.
Even though you're an ass sometimes.
What? I didn't even hear you say. What'd he say?
I like how Red found that amusing.
I didn't even hear what he said. Hey, chat, what did he say?
Even though you're
I
a
wasn't-
bit of an asshole.
He did,
Sometimes.
Look,
so,
I
From time to
just
time.
act like an asshole. I'm actually
Who
like
the
a really
fuck
nice
is
guy.
not an asshole?
Yeah.
Honestly, everyone here is.
You know what's that's called?
I try not
it's called
to
tough
be.
love.
I try not to be, guys.
Bullshit, you ain't. I don't want to hear it.
That's good. That's great.
Bigger asshole than I am.
That's true, but
Why
that's
is my
not the
voice
point
getting all
here.
high pitched?
That's
I bet you could do a Mickey Mouse impression with that voice on.
oh, shut the fuck up, Connor.
Bad idea. But I don't get him reeled
Wait,
in.
We're gonna anger the
Are
mouse.
there more blocks into something? No, you can't.
We're going to anger the mouse. You do
Why
not
is
want
so
to anger
many-
the mouse.
Mass
Why is so
genocide.
why is so many fucking creepers around here? Jesus.
Queen, it's your turn.
Well, fuck. Okay, everybody. Beforehand, just to let you know, if I break down crying in the middle of this, don't worry. I'm most likely
Break down
fine.
crying, don't worry. We'll fly over to you and we'll slap the shit out of you.
Nice.
we
Don't
love
worry,
you,
I'll
not because
drive
we hate you,
fucking
because
9
we love
hours
you.
to smack you in the face.
But
We
everyone,
don't say things out of hate, we say things out of love.
That is true.
But everyone, this is me. And to start this off, when I was born, I was born into a family where I was a loved child. I have one sister. Well, after a while, 2 years later, after I was born, my mom had a history of being having drug abuse and everything like that, and had certain medical problems. And on the day of January 24th, 2005, she sadly passed away, and it stuck with me for the past, I'm 18, for the past 16 years of my life, because I never really got to know my mom, and that kind of shit sticks to you, and you can't really get rid of it. After a while, you learn to move past it, but not really. It'll always be there. It'll be something you always remember for the years to come. During school, I was always trying to find somewhere where I belonged, because I am a very indecisive person, And I've sometimes felt like I never belonged anywhere.
Queen,
What?
would you say that you would go anywhere to find where you belong?
Yeah, sometimes. I would try.
You would
Try
go
a
most
different
anywhere
thing.
to feel like you belong?
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat who gets that, please?
I thought you were gonna make a pun out of it, and I was
Oh, no, I was
honestly
making a
slapped the
song
shit out of
reference.
But yeah,
you.
shit kind of stays with you every time I've brought it up for years of my life, all up until maybe high school. I would get really emotional. I would start crying. I wouldn't stop because I always thought it was my fault she wasn't here. Sometimes, and after a while, I learned it wasn't my fault. Things like that, and after a while, I learned just go to school. I didn't really like messing with people as much. I would talk to people, but it's not the same. And I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Some people say I'm a loudmouth bastard. Some people just don't like me. Some people love me.
You're not a cup of tea. Sometimes you're everyone's straight shot of cough syrup.
Yeah, I'm so
True. That is honestly kind of true. That is factual.
that analogy was so fucking true.
You're welcome.
That one on the nail. He hit that nail on the head. Yeah, well,
Just like
I
I
did
did
my
thing to the head.
lines.
bitch, I say that too. Fuck you. I
Bitch,
dropped it.
continue on with your story before I
Alright.
beat the shit out of you.
Get in the line, loser.
But after
I
a
met
while,
him first.
I never.
Oh,
no,
you
he
didn't.
John met
Damn
me
it.
first. So yeah, me and my sister never really got the help we needed to get past the death of our mom, and after a while, shit just keeps piling up, and you fall down, shit hits you like a ton of bricks, and you don't know what to do. You just start having like episodes where you feel depressed, you just don't feel anything at all, you feel pissy. Shit happens. Help is around the corner for everybody. I'm glad I'm getting it. I didn't have the best I didn't have the best high school experience. I tried to befriend everybody. That didn't work out for me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, doesn't work
If you
out.
befriend
often.
everyone, you're just going to be more alone.
It works out for some people, but not all people. That's for
Not a
sure.
lot of
Yeah.
people.
After a while, I found out that some people I knew were just
Toxic.
what's the no. I have a special word. I have a special string of curses for those
Oh?
type
It's
of people.
it's a not safe for work phrase.
It's an NSFW phrase.
But
They
not the
are
good kind of
some-
NSFW.
And we all
They
know
were
what
some-
John's into it.
Look, I make these jokes. I don't care what you say.
They were just a string of assholes who I'd never met. Some of which you live and learn. For me,
Live and learn. Just like one of the best Crush 40 songs of all time.
oh, Lord of mercy.
Crush 40 is
One
actually
day-
really good.
One day, John, I'm gonna beat the shit out of your ass, but.
Get in line. You have 100 people ahead of you.
And it goes as slow as the DMV.
It's like that
If the
176
shoe
quest where
fits.
you actually have to go to the DMV.
You're sitting there.
And then you
waiting.
hate your life afterwards.
Yeah,
Yep. I felt
not
that.
accurate.
We all know
But-
the DMV fucking pains.
Sometimes in my life while growing up, I felt like I had nobody to talk to. Some of my family members I can't talk to. Some of them just love to talk shit behind my back. And I've learned after a while to either trust everybody or trust no one. Either way, it works or it doesn't work. For me,
Your philosophy is a double-edged sword, my guy.
It really is.
But you do know what a double-edged
Because
sword
you
is,
are
right?
relying on fucking people to give a shit. Most
I either
people
rely
Yeah,
on
but
people
as
don't.
long as
give
I'm
a-
still breathing, I give a shit.
As long as I'm
As long
still
as you find
breathing,
it's a couple people.
as long as I'm still breathing, I tell society to go fuck itself at every corner.
You
There are
were
some
society
things-
and Comic
Bitch.
Sans.
There are some things about my life I wish
Society
I could change.
written in Comic Sans. I hate
There's
I know you
something-
get that.
There are some things about my life I wish I could change. I wish my mom
like
was
using
still
Comic
alive.
Sans and thinking it's cool.
There are some things about my life I wish I could change, everyone. I wish my mom was still alive. I wish I knew who the fuck I was. I wonder sometimes what would have happened if I was never adopted. It hurts.
Queen, you want to know what would happen if you weren't born? I would
I
cry.
was
We
in-
wouldn't get to kick your ass.
Nothing would be the same.
I would cry.
It would.
Without you, nothing would be the same.
I wouldn't
It
be
really
running in the
wouldn't.
90s.
Our lives would be completely changed if Queen wasn't here,
That
because
is
then we
true.
wouldn't have a punching bag.
Oh, God, that's really messed up in every sentence you
That's
say
fucking
that
morbid,
to
but it's
Yeah, but
It's
it's
fact.
it's
It's
funny.
hot.
Get your credit card.
You know what else is fact?
Huh?
The sponsor of
Oh,
today's
Netherworld
stream, Raid
doesn't
Shadow
burn?
Legends.
Oh my god.
This stream is being
did it.
sponsored by
Legends
Raid Shadow
before I go to
Legends.
bed.
He did it. He did it. He did the Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh,
Dude, everyone's
He did
got to
the
Raid
plug,
Shadow
he
Legends
did
at
the
least
thing.
once.
yeah.
I actually haven't
Yeah.
tried it.
Disclaimer: this
Neither
is not
have
a
I,
real
but I don't
sponsorship.
feel like losing all integrity.
Don't want to get sued for this.
Yeah,
It's
but everyone,
facts.
this is. Well,
This is
just
real
know
sad
that
boy hours.
I've lost two. I wouldn't say I've lost many people, but I've lost some family members that I wish I didn't have to bury. I can count how many family members in my lifetime that I've seen be buried, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Kinda wish I could bury someone.
Yeah, myself.
But don't we all?
I'm
You shut it there.
every day I
Shut it,
wake
you.
up.
I haven't beat the shit out of you yet, because I'm at 120.
Every day I
Thank
wake
you.
up. Every day I wake up. There's not a moment that goes by in my head that I don't miss my mom. But there's nothing I can do to change it. I have to live with it. And my thing to everybody here is keep going. Push past it. When life knocks you down or hits you like a bag of bricks, you take that bag of
think you
bricks
mean
and you
ghetto
blow
biscuits.
it
And you
the
You hit them back
take
with
that
it.
you take that bag of bricks,
Ghetto
you take
biscuits.
that
Nah, bag of oranges.
No,
my guy,
nah,
bag
nah,
of
nah, nah.
oranges.
When life hits you like a fucking truck.
Yeah, you take that bag of bricks and you blow it up with a
Ghetto
Junkrat
biscuits.
mine.
My buddy Aaron taught me ghetto biscuit, and I've yet to live it down.
See everyone,
It's too stupid.
I love everyone equally, except some people.
But I also
that's
hate
not the
everyone
point
equally.
here.
That's why I can't be racist.
I don't hate everyone equally.
You can't be racist if you hate everyone equally.
Well.
It's true. It's true, Christina.
Innocent.
But yeah,
You ain't
that's my
wrong with
story.
that one.
I'll tell you more later.
I know.
Well,
I mean, it's
Yeah,
my
more will
turn.
come up
It is now time for the mammoth of a story.
it is.
Oh my.
It is the lady
Okay.
of the hour herself. Christina.
But it's-
Oh, I thought we were gonna let John go because he's
Did
the
he
one
go?
who got cut off.
Didn't he go?
He already went. No,
Yeah.
he already went.
He
Did he
finished,
finish his?
Connor.
He
Yes.
finished. He finished his shit. You're late to the party, my guy.
Just a little bit.
Sorry, my kind of lagging behind.
Your brain waves are kind of.
Brain is input lag.
Yeah, it is. It's like red stream right now.
Damn. Damn. Damn, Connor, no. That's not okay.
No wonder why his brain is lagging behind. He's having to listen to all the bullshit we're saying that isn't serious.
Yeah.
I'm surprised anyone here even still has a brain after all the shit we've been saying.
Honestly, it's
I
crazy.
do.
Wait.
How's the
hold on.
toilet
I'm
of
wondering.
how has the
every
toilet
time
of life
wondering.
not clogged yet?
I know that there's me, Brock, John, and Connor that are watching this. Who's
There's
the
fucking
this guy
randos here.
Hey, we're just telling our life stories away to the internet. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Also,
Why
who's,
not?
Connor.
who's two of the
also
fuckers
Connor.
that are actually sitting here listening to this shit?
Hey.
Connor, I also have to say, I may or may not have plugged your stream in a bunch of discords.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
God,
See, okay.
John.
You're gonna expose us a little bit.
Well, Coco Nuts, thank you for
Shaisa.
stopping by.
Alright, I'm
Well,
gonna. Sheesh. I gotta use the bathroom real quick, and then I'll tell mine.
No,
I'll
no,
be
no.
right back.
Do
I
this
gotta
now.
pee. I gotta pee.
You're not
Okay,
getting out of this
okay,
that
let-
easy.
No, John, let her go relieve herself.
I'll be right. I'll be right back.
While I plug this
We
to
don't
several
need her
other
pissing
Discord
herself
servers.
on stream.
We're all about to.
I'm about to plug it, but my story
Dude, I
hasn't
plugged in
been
like
finished.
10 different discords.
He just didn't give a fuck when he hit the send all button. John just
Yo, I don't give two
He
shits.
literally at everyone. Wait, John, what happened? You hit the ground too
I
hard.
fell to my death. I
Yes.
literally fell one block because I had half a heart.
Lord.
I need to get
So
oriented
if you
for that
come
right now.
okay, Connor, if you come near my fucking house and see oh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
I
a
am
7
currently
block hole.
gathering blackstone.
If you see a 7 block hole in the ground when you come to the overworld, it's my strip mine. Don't come in it or you will actually get killed.
Well, I'll definitely come in your
Killed by
strip
what?
mine,
You
boy.
being naked?
Oh my God.
or-
Oh
We're
god,
all
I fell
idiots. I
into
love this.
a cave, everyone. I fell into a hole. I'm now gaming
It
with
sounds
Jen.
like a fucking you problem.
I fell into a hole. I'm now gaming with Jen.
Is there a homosexual man in it? Because if there is, that may leave.
John, do yourself the favor. Drop yourself to half a heart again and fall off the edge of the world.
Will do.
Well, he
No,
can't.
He'd actually go do it too. That's what's
Ooh, good
fucking
job.
hilarious.
Because the world type
I
is
had
infinite.
mints in my jeans that I completely forgot about. I'm gonna go get those
What?
right here.
She keeps leaving.
I know I'm right here. They're right by my closet.
Christina
That's not changing.
Christina doesn't understand the words "sit the fuck down."
Look, I'm very bipolar with what I want to do. It's weird.
She is. She
Christina-
I'm a
fucking
whole bunch of
bipolar.
everything.
Christina, I'm a goddamn moron.
He's a troglodyte, alright?
Go fuck yourself.
I ain't wrong, though.
He still hit those shots though.
John, one day, something's gonna hit you, and I hope it's a bag of bricks.
Dude, if it's a ghetto biscuit, I know exactly who threw it. I blame Aaron.
Nah.
Aaron
It,
Yeager?
it ain't gonna be a bag of bricks. It's gonna be me driving a
damn.
fucking semi.
So you're gonna call me Kevin it?
Be prepared to be in your
Taking
fields
a
when
lot.
Christine. Be prepared to
it's
be
called-
in your
it's-
fields
dude,
when Christina
it's,
starts talking. Everyone.
It's Connor's game, Spartan Wolf, or what he calls
Huh?
himself now, which is Type Rose.
What?
I need another type of rose to help
Brock's
me.
wanting to join Minecraft.
If you go into my bird profile, you should be able to join, or it might be set to friends.
You remember fucking, God, what was his name?
Christina, I'm going looking
I
for
remember
diamonds.
the name.
Do you want
yeah.
me?
Wait, hold up. What?
I
said
have
I'm
two
going-
number 9s.
I'm going looking for
Number
diamonds. Do
nine
you want
lodge.
anything?
A number 6 with extra dip.
I couldn't hear you, or someone saying 2 number 9s. So
I said I'm
repeat
going
one more time.
looking. I'm going looking for diamonds. Do you want anything?
Yes, just bring me a couple diamonds, please.
I'm just gonna leave you.
What?
I'm just
kidding.
gonna.
I'll
leave-
get my
I'm
own
just
diamonds.
gonna. I'm just gonna. No, I'm just gonna leave you a diamond sword, no fucking item frame.
Oh, that'd be very lovely because I lost my
All right,
diamond sword
Christina.
twice.
All right, Christina.
There's
Sorry.
no more
It's
procrastinating.
that time.
God
time.
damn it! I don't even know where to start. God damn it. Okay.
Start where you
Um,
feel comfortable starting.
Okay, we want the speedrun version. Go.
No,
I can't do
no
that.
speedrun
Honestly, there's
version.
no way for
we
me to
gotta
speedrun
fuck
this.
at
In
a
the
time.
let's just start at the beginning. There was nothing,
The
and then the
beginning.
Big Bang.
The Big Bang. She was born,
Um,
and Tom
Let's just
Fucker
say
Big
happened.
Bang,
I was
if you know
conceived in
what I
November
mean.
and now I was born in August. That is the beginning of my story.
Wait, what?
Okay, wait.
I was
wait. What
conceived in
day?
a November.
What day in August?
14th.
Remember
Yo,
the
we're
5th of
3 days.
November?
We're 3 days apart.
Awesome. What'd you say, John?
Remember the 5th of November?
Oh.
The gunpowder treason and plot?
Oh. Oh my.
I see no
okay.
reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
It shouldn't be.
Ooh.
I guess I'll just start off with my childhood, even though I've told this to a lot of people.
A lot of people. There's
In
like
the beginning,
5
it
people.
was.
Diamonds.
Shut
the
up,
beginning-
Queen.
Jesus.
Shh. I'm trying to hear
In
a
the
story.
beginning, it was my older brother James, and it was me, which is I'm the second child. If you know second child vibes, it's pretty shitty. We lived with.
Out of how many?
Out of 7. I'm the second. I lived with my parents at the time, and my sister Alexis was just born. Shut up. Sorry, I was talking to her. Ow. Just got hit by a trident. Please no. Please no. Hold on. My mom and dad were very heavy drug users. That is for sure. And they were also drunks as well. So, and if anyone knows that alcohol and drugs are not a good combination ever, literally they're not a good combo ever. But around when, let's just say the house that I grew up in was a trap house, because it's the literal definition. People were coming in and out of the house. They were doing drugs. They were selling drugs. Were getting us to do drugs. That sounds really bad because I was only like 2 at the time. But I what's it called?
You tell it like it is and you don't hide the facts.
That is true. And even if my parents don't want to admit that shit, I know it's true, because even though there's a lot of studies that say that you don't remember, like, past a certain age, you know? I'm like,
It's a
bullshit, because
story.
I remember that shit. Because it's not even the stories that I've been told. Let me just do a disclaimer. One thing about my memory is that it can be very repressive, which means I can repress memories to where that I don't remember them for a long time until someone either brings them up or someone mentions something close to it, and it'll come back to me. And that happens a lot with a lot of things too. Around that time, before my little brother Kevin was born, when we lived with my parents, we were starved. And maybe every now and then we would eat bowls of mayonnaise and butter mixed together. Worst combo ever. I can't stand butter and mayonnaise sometimes now. Around the age of 4, I'm not gonna tell the second half of that because it's not my place to tell the second half of this, but at the age of 4, I was raped by an uncle. That uncle is now in jail. Thank God. Well, not jail, prison. And I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he's alive. I hope he's dead. You know, like but it hurts to wish that on someone ever. But whenever I came out and told the truth, around that age, everyone thought it was for attention. And when I had mentioned the fact that there was other girls that happened to it, they still thought I was doing it for attention. And that suppresses a lot of my emotions. And when... Okay, so around 5, around 5, my little brother Kevin is born, who is now, what, 11? But he was still in the hospital at the time, too. And so, I would say May 13th is the actual day, and it'll make, what, 13 years? It'll make 13 years on May 13th that I was taken away from my parents. Legally, my siblings and I were separated for a little while, and then we were put in my grandparents' home to live with my grandma, who is blood, and my grandpa, who is not blood. They're not even.
I'd be
married.
concerned if they
It's
were
weird.
both if they were both blood,
I mean, well,
because then you'd be in
that would be
Alabama.
kind of, yeah, that would be a little bit of inbred shit. That'd be kind of gross. But my grandma's the blood side, and I can say that sucks ass because my grandma knows what my mom's gone through and then what my dad has gone through. Let's just say my mom had my brother when she was, well, they conceived him around when she was 17, and she had him when she was 18. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. And so within that time, they got married, and legally they were together and shit like that, you know, like a normal couple would be. And my mom and dad were on drugs then as well, and they're not the best people. And I'm surprised my dad is still alive to this day because there's so much shit that he's done health-wise that I'm surprised that he's even here. Sorry, give me a second.
Take your time.
When I was taken away from my parents, I was scared, and I felt alone even though I was with my siblings. I was terrified. I was like, where am I going? Where's my mom going? Where's my dad going? And I was sitting there and I was like, what do I do? Well, like, what am I supposed to do? And while moving into my grandparents' house, where I live now, still, I was scared to eat because when my dad and mom, whenever I would try to get food, they would beat us or they would hit us, and it was hard, really hard to just find a daily basis to even eat. And if we were out in public and we were at a store asking for food or anything like that, we'd get our asses beat in the store, and no, everyone would just look past it. And fuck. Shit.
Let it all out. We're all friends here.
Can someone send me the cords to like the home base because I'm like lost. When
I'll send it over Discord.
we left at the time, my grandma, she quit 2 of her jobs. She was working, my grandpa still works, he's a welder. She'd quit her chemist job that she did with like mixing chemicals and created all this crazy shit. It paid her good and it was her life, you know, and for a lot of years she resented us, and I'm pretty sure she still does, but a lot of years she would tell us that I ended my life because I had to take care of you guys, or my life's ruined because you live with us and shit like that, and it hurt for a while. And when we were first living there with them, they would try feeding us, and I would be scared to even go towards food. The living situation we were in at my parents' house was beyond horrible. We were sleeping on the floor or sleeping wherever we could get. And a couple times, even though I was young, around 2, I tried to jump off the balcony. And that's where a lot of it started, is that I literally tried to kill myself at 2. And it hurts to say that because it's immaculate that I'm here today, living at 16 alone when I could have been gone so quickly and not even think about it because I was so young. I didn't know what I was doing, or I just didn't want to continue sleeping on the floor, or being hit, or being starved. One of the worst things. Yeah, I see that. One of the things that my father did when we lived with him, this is hard because it ties in with my mom, and let's just say he tied her up with cable cords and cable wires and made us watch him beat her. And he would do this a couple times in front of us and not care. And it's hard to think of my mother in that way and seeing how much she suffered to go through that. And now that I'm older and I realize how abusive relationships are at the time, I know she couldn't escape because it was either her kids, or her life. You know, like it was a life or death. Because he would threaten her. He would be like, "If you leave me, I'm gonna hunt you down and kill you and shit." And hearing that from your spouse alone, that should in every way. And at the time, my father was on Xanaxes. And he was angry. He was constantly angry at the world, and he was ashamed of himself, and he was insecure, and you could tell because he has this huge pride thing to do with everything he does, and it's kind of gut-wrenching in a sense to have to be able to look your father in the eyes and say, "Why'd you do this to my mom? Like, do you not love us?" or something of the sorts like that. My grandparents, I can tell that they've tried to raise me and my siblings to the best ability. Let's just say they're boomers. I'm gonna shut up. They're boomers. One of them's a boomer. One of them's a baby boomer. They're both boomers, and it's hard to go about every day thinking that their generation is what's made our generation. And it's hard because their generation was the fucked up one. And no matter what they did, it didn't help us. And it still won't be able to help us.
Wait, hold on. Just like to say, one thing you don't have to worry about, I'm the biggest disappointment in the... I can take over
Kid.
that role for you.
Kid,
She says I'm the
Kid.
biggest disappointment.
she says that if she knows everything I've done or everything I've
I don't think she's met me yet.
Yeah, she hasn't met any of us except for
Hey.
maybe me.
just
a little
about.
bit.
You want
Where
to see
was I?
disappointment? I see that in the mirror every morning.
I forgot what I was saying. Shit.
God damn it, Alexis.
My grandparents have never been the best at raising children. They had their own kids and they were fucked up. They fucked them up before anything. My grandma,
Alabama?
she had 3 kids. My oldest is my Aunt Dana. Then it goes my mom, and then my uncle TJ, which my uncle resents her, and she is so oblivious to it, and it's sad. In a sense, it's sad because resenting your own thing, the own person who gave birth to you, it's sad to have to hear that or have to think about resenting the same person that literally gave you life.
I mean, they didn't ask for it.
Yes, I get that, but in a sense still, you know, like it's just having to sit there and be able to look her in the eyes and lie to her face, though, even if she was a fucked up parent. It's hard to think about and it's hard to like say to yourself. But I would say when my grandparents, growing up with them, not growing up with them, but growing and being raised by them, around age 10 is what changed. At least in my grandmother. I'm gonna tell you the first time, this is the story of the first time it changed.
Is it the story about how your life got turned upside down?
Just about.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
I was
Be afraid to hit me later.
I was in
I
I would
deserve
say
it.
I was in 5th grade and I was around 10. And where even are you at, Queen? I don't even know where you are. But
He's Cyan. He's probably at his house.
oh, you're that way. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. When I was 10 in literally the 5th grade, I had signed up to go into a modeling. And, like, even though I was a pretty ugly fucking kid, I'm gonna be honest, I was a pretty ugly kid, and I didn't change at all, But, ooh, this is awesome. um,
ADOS.
oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Interesting. Been here, I think, before. Okay,
But
I
as
signed
you were
up
saying?
as a model, like I was signing up to go into some form of modeling and getting onto the road of building my
Christina, watch out.
future. And I came home, I was really excited. I was waiting for the letter in the mail and it finally came. And this is what changed. My grandma grabbed the letter out of my hands and she goes, "What's this?" And I'm like, "It's a modeling thing from school." And she goes, "Why would you want to be a model?" And I'm like, "Because I just thought it was cool. Like I thought it was something new, something to try." I was 10. Like what was I gonna do? Um, let's just say the next events led to me and her arguing, to her getting on top of me with her, let's say, kind of like if you were laying down in a T-pose and someone had their knees on your arms, and was forcing you on the ground.
You spelled that wrong.
Um,
Peace.
but that day she had held me to the ground over a modeling thing, like a literal a letter, over a letter. She held me to the ground and she took all her anger out on me. She beat the living hell out of me. Like she wasn't just slapping, she was full on punching me while I was just taking it because I was 10 and there was nothing I could do. And again at the time she's like what, 56 when this happens? And it's just this grown woman and she's on top of me and she's beating the shit out of me over something I wanted to try.
You're a dick, by the way, Rose.
Sorry, Jesus Christ, there's a creeper up me and I don't have anything to protect myself. Fuck. But that day was the thing that changed. I would say it changed my life forever because from then it just went downhill. She had gotten more aggressive towards me. She would hit me and she'd take her anger out on me and only me. And for nights I would think to myself, I was like, what did I do to deserve her to be taking her anger out on me? Like why is it only me? And as I got older, I finally realized why. My oldest aunt, or my only aunt, or on my mom's side, my aunt, my aunt Dana, when she was younger, around her 20s and 30s, she was a nude model. And at the time, I didn't know that because I was 10. You don't really talk about like nude modeling when you're like 10. And my grandma resented me for signing up for modeling. And it was kind of heart-wrenching because I was so excited. I was so excited to see that the letter even came in the mail. Just to have her do this, Like have her... Oh my god, that's a lot of gravel. Just to have her beat the fucking living hell out of me for just wanting to try it. And... That's the only physical part of the real abuse. It lasted for it's lasted for around 16 years now, or 6 years, not 16, 6 years, because it started when I was 10, and the last time that she'd actually hit me was a couple weeks ago, and she started smacking on me, and I punched her. I'm gonna be straight up, I punched her in the face, because I'm at the age where I'm done being hit for no reason. And she not only physically would do shit, but she'd mentally try to convince me that everything that's happened to me was my fault. Like that I'd ruined her life, or that because I was born that her life was like canceled, or it was ended because I was here and my siblings were here. And she did that for a long time. She still does it. And she takes her anger out on us every chance she gets, honestly. And she's a drunk. She drinks, and when she drinks a certain type of alcohol, she gets aggressive, like really fucking aggressive. It's hard to, honestly it's a disease. Alcoholism, it's being an alcoholic is a disease in its entirety. But fuck, I don't know where else to go with this, other than let's tie into my assaults. The first time I was assaulted, I was 4. I said that. The second time I was assaulted, I was 12. And
Okay.
let me tell you a little backstory before. The man who assaulted me, I perceived to be an uncle. And my mom essentially created a whole second fight with him once she got out of prison. It took her more than a year when she got out of prison for 4 years to even think about coming back and talking to us. Not even once. And it's hard to hear that your mother doesn't even want to look at you, you know? Even if she regrets the shit that she's done. And
Connor got sugar cane. No. I'm being serious. Do you have sugar cane?
Oh,
I have
I thought you said you had
44
sugar cane, and I'm like, okay.
And we need to sleep. Christina!
I
yeah.
don't think Brock has a bed.
What?
I don't think
On
Brock
Twitch?
has a bed.
I'll send you the link. Hold on. Sister's asking for the
Sorry.
link. So I was
Sorry,
telling
for
you.
really?
link
Why
to
is
the video?
Why is there? We get the. It's not a baby's on.
Yes!
On
Yes!
doors. What
Yes!
the fuck? That was some bullshit.
Alright, I'm gonna take your sugar cane and I'm gonna go make an automatic sugar cane farm.
That's what I was planning on doing with it, anyways.
Alright.
Okay.
As you were saying though, I'm sorry, I just had to ask.
If you need a bed, just come over to me, cause I have a couple.
No, I have a bed. I'm getting attacked by
No,
Ooh,
fucking
you got a bed
phantoms.
for me, Christina.
I'm getting attacked by phantoms.
Let's just say
that's
I
why.
have wool. Oh my god, there's a drown on me.
Oh. But yeah, Christina, shit's fucked up in the world. If you like
It honestly it is. It's really fucked up in every way you put it, but starting yeah, I'll send it. Hold on. Starting with the backstory with my mom. Okay, let's just say afterwards when I was taken away from them, my dad got off scot-free, you know, like cuz they pinned it on my mom. I don't know why, but they pinned it on her. And she was put in prison for 4 years. And while this is going on, I'm living with my grandparents, living with my grandma, my grandpa, and my other siblings. There were only 4 of them at least at the time. It took her over a year to want to even think about coming to see us. And when she did finally, before she saw, she created this new. This is before she even knew that I was assaulted by him, too. Cause I don't. Ow! Am I getting hit by a phantom? I'm getting hit by a phantom. Can we go to bed?
Connor, I need
I'm
your.
sleeping now.
I need any redstone you have.
Why?
Bro, I'm the
Oh,
redstone here.
take
What
a
you
stack.
doing?
I have redstone.
No, I didn't steal any. I just need redstone
stack.
for
Okay, well,
only 59. Only 59. I don't need much. Thank you.
after my mom got out of jail, it took her a year. She had another kid, and then she took 2 more years, and she had a child with the guy who assaulted me. Remind you, this is before she even knew about it, because I
baby jockey,
requested
baby
memory.
jockey.
What the fuck? Yeah,
I
we're
got a pig
just
jockey.
and everyone in the chat, we're having random ass moments in Minecraft, so excuse us for the
That is true.
stupidity.
Why?
Yeah, they are.
I have 2 phantoms on me.
I'm in the fucking nether, so
Oh my god. I'm gonna just go sit in Lam's house for a while.
yeah, until daytime comes. Yeah.
Wow, his house is
I'm gonna
looking pretty nice.
As you were
shit.
saying, Christina.
Okay.
As you were saying,
well,
Christina,
forgot what I
this
was
is
saying.
this is kind of hard. This is kind of gut wrenching to just
It is a
hear,
little
but
bit.
it's kind of fucked,
But
honestly.
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
The truth hurts the most.
It really
Mhm.
The truth does hurt the most. Okay, so
Does.
the second time I was assaulted was by this. Okay. Let's
It's
just
okay.
say I was 12 and he was 40. And he had forced me to grind on his genitalia in the pool while we were alone and while everyone walked away and left us alone. And at the time, I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what grinding meant, you know, because I was a child. Even though it should happen to me at 4, I didn't know what the fuck it was. And it was he forced me to do so. And he kind of manipulated me into thinking that, because that's what predators do. The only reason it's so hard to talk about this is because in that summer, I repressed the memory. It was so traumatic that I had shoved it, remember it until around December this last year. Or no, 2019 December. And at the time when it was brought back, it was because of him. Because around December 2019, my mom went back to jail again. And this is a couple days afterwards, and we're sitting outside in my back. We had a pool, and we had a picnic table that was by the pool. And I was sitting on the picnic table with me, my older brother, and the guy who did this. And
It's okay.
Jesus.
Christina, it's
I'm
okay.
sitting there and I'm sitting on the picnic table while my 2 younger siblings are in the pool and they're swimming. And my brother, thank you, thank you. And my brother looks at me and he's like, "I'm gonna go riding my bike." And I say, "Okay, whatever." You know, not thinking anything of it or really thinking about it at all. And he leaves. And so it's left me and the guy who did this. And I'm sitting on the picnic table and he tells my younger siblings to go further in the pool. And I'm
what did I
like,
do?
why is he doing that? You know? I'm thinking to myself, like, that doesn't make any sense.
Look up,
Because
dumbass.
there's the phantom.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Put it in the chat, dumbass. What do you want?
Again, everyone, sorry, they're having technical issues in Minecraft.
Just about. That's
Fuck
the
you.
correct
Okay,
thing to it.
so before we continue, Connor, the fuck do you want me to do?
Fucking
You god.
roof.
Oh.
You fucking dumbass.
Cause he's fuck you. Okay, I'm going back to my house.
That's a straight fuck you, I'm going home moment.
But as you were saying, Christine, did you get all your shit fixed over here?
Oh fuck no, I'm just gonna leave. for a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
But as you were saying,
Okay, so I'm sitting there, I'm sitting at the picnic table, and he tells my siblings to go the other direction, whatnot. And he looks me in the eye and he says, "Do you remember when you grinded on me in the pool?" And I go, "What do you mean?" Not thinking about it. And in that moment, it was like I had a flashback. Like in movies where someone says something and you just like, it pops in your head and shit like that. That's what happened.
The screen goes
Just a
black and
flashback
and
white.
with sound effects.
Just a little bit.
oh my
No
god.
worries, you're good. My
Yeah.
stuff was kind of free game, just a little bit. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and I'm like, while he's talking to me about it, I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like I'm literally dissociated. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What's going on? What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And I have this flashback of what happened, and all I could feel in that moment was fear, and tears started streaming down my face. And I froze. And then I got up away from him, I moved away from him, and I ran to my room. And immediately I bawled my eyes out. And at the time I kept blaming myself because I thought it was my fault. And I thought that it was me who did it. And it wasn't. And I told my mom afterwards, and she talked to him, and he apologized. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's it? An apology? You think that's gonna help?" And she goes, "What do you want me to do?" And I'm like, "Get rid of him. What do you expect?" And so the year starts going by, and around February, on Valentine's Day, he gets hit by a car. And I'm like, "Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch," I'm like in my head, I'm like, I hope he's dead, honestly. And he's in the hospital for a while, and now he lives with us. And my two younger siblings, who are half-blood, who are his kids, lives with us. And so every day it's kind of a struggle for me to get up and get out of my room and be able to roam my house. Because with him being here, I'm not even allowed to wear a bathing suit. We don't have a pool anymore, and they kind of blame me for it. And my grandma goes, "But he's the father." She goes, "He's changed so much because he's a dad and shit like that." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's not a
Like that-
fucking thing.
like-
Do you know
Shut the
Honestly-
fuck
Yeah.
up. Your
Pull
talking
that
stick has
card.
been removed.
Like,
Exactly.
I have no honest to God, I have no real I have no real
Remorse.
fucking thing. No, it's not even that. I honest to God think pedophiles aren't human. Pedophiles
below.
aren't human. Not even below human. Them motherfuckers are just spawn. Y'all got bones, by the way?
You can come check my chest. See, I'm
'Cause
not
I want a
100%
wolf.
sure though.
I want a wolf.
Oh, I got a bone for you, big boy.
Ah, shut the fuck up.
Shut the
John.
fuck up, John.
Look.
Below.
Yes.
I make jokes at any
Thank-
cost.
I'll
Chat,
put it back.
welcome to my life.
But
Yeah,
okay.
that's basically John in a nutshell.
And
Anyway,
so that was the second time I was ever assaulted. The third time I was assaulted was in 8th grade. I was like what? I think I was 13. Yeah, I was 13 at the time, and it was by another classmate. And the entire time we shared 3 classes together. I believe it was science, English, and history. And the worst was history, because in history class we had seats right next to each other. And what he would do is he would grope my thigh, or he would grope my ass whenever we would walk in the hallway or anything like that. And it got to a point where I felt so uncomfortable that I literally told the teacher, and I was like, "This is what's happening and I don't know what to do. Can you help me?" Like a normal person would.
I'm stealing your leather, by the way.
Go for it, honestly.
Trash.
I knew you there, big boy.
I'm also gonna beat your ass.
Welcome, chat. This is
But-
John's life. But anyway,
It ended
I'm
up-
not gay or bi. I just make jokes.
That is very true.
Not that there's anything against people who are gay and or bi. More
Yeah.
power to you.
Exactly.
but
But
anyway, Christina, as you
I
were
told the
saying.
teacher, and it ended up where they made him switch schools, and I was thankful for it, you know. And then I hit 9th grade. I was 14 at the time, and
Shut up!
Damn.
just for reference, someone
I
in
knew
our,
that. I
our
knew that was
Minecraft
coming.
chat said in here, LOL. That's reference
John,
for
get
it.
fucked.
But
That's funny.
9th grade rolls around, and I'm starting high school with not a clean slate, but it gives me a sense of a fresh start, you know, like it would any normal person, you know. Like high school is terrifying when you first started. Honestly, I was terrified, you know, because I felt
High school
alone, even though
sucks.
started off-
and
High school
until
sucks
you
dick
hit
for nickels on a
second semester
Tuesday.
of freshman
Yeah,
year, you kind
exactly.
of just don't give a fuck anymore.
yeah,
Freshmen
you s-
always act like nothing against freshmen, but freshmen always act retarded first year.
Everyone goes through that one freshman phase. It just
Everyone who's a
happens.
freshman right now will give you the 2 Ds you need to know to succeed in high school: deodorant and distance.
Yeah.
That's true. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Connor,
too.
do you have Connor?
That's
do
the
you
third
have
D.
do you have any obsidian? By
And
the
I
way,
got the 4th D if you want it.
2 crying, but that's it.
fuck. Okay, never mind then. I'll go find some.
Okay.
But anyway, Christina, as you were saying. All joking
Sincerely,
aside.
give me 1 second. Sorry.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, Connor, I ran into the mine shaft that y'all ran into beforehand, and I was gonna make another enchantment table because I like having
Mhm.
my own shade. So,
Oh, look
Yeah.
who's joining us.
Wait, question
Ooh.
Oh,
mark?
shut up.
Oh, Baka
Donnie, you have to
himself?
remember, I'm watching stream.
Yeah, I know. Done.
I have a dual monitor set up. I got one for my Xbox, one for my PC, so I can see whatever you're doing in stream.
yeah, so, Christina, if y'all notice some weird ass looking contraption with glass and sugarcane and
Sugarcane
sand,
farm.
that is an automatic sugarcane.
God,
I just found more fucking diamonds,
Good man.
Nice. Okay.
but
what
I'm not
was
gonna
I
mine them.
saying? Oh yeah, freshman year. Okay. So
Freshman
I
year,
started
yes.
off my freshman year with my older brother, who was a sophomore at the time.
I like to start off my
Um,
semesters with a
I
yang.
kind of,
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Let's just say, I kind of stole his friend group. In a sense, I stole his
I'm
friend
glad
from
someone
him
got that.
because his
the
friends
shit
liked
out of
me
you.
better than
Who's gonna
they
beat my
liked
ass
him.
because I said that?
And at the time, I didn't know that it was kind of fucked up to just steal your brother's friends because I was like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm just gonna take these from you, you know? Like, they like me better anyway, bitch.
They like me better anyway.
Exactly. And so I'd started off and I'd kind of stolen his friends, and he told me certain people to not mess with, you know? And one of these people I decided to go and mess with anyways.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to say his name because it brings back a lot more than I want to.
Should we just call him fuckboy number 1?
But yeah, let's just call him that. I need my fan on. It's too quiet in my room. Can you close the door, Sky? Ooh.
So if you go near the desert, near the village, and there's a giant fucking hole in the sand area, just ignore it.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
ask.
By the way, don't worry
But-
if you see random two random cows in 2 separate holes. They are a breeding pair.
They
So we
were
have
bad. They
infinite
were bad
levels.
boys.
They're Billy and Bessie.
One name is
Um,
Edgar
Mm. No, you don't understand. Edgar is the one in the hole.
in the hole. hmm
Oh my fucking god! Stop moving, you absolute troglodyte.
Okay, let's
Still
say
might
that this person, we started off as best friends in a sense, but like best friends with benefits type shit. It was
Kinky.
interesting. It was very interesting, and it was gross. Let's just say it was gross, but very interesting at the same time. If that makes sense. Okay, I need to go get.
What?
Hold on, I'm in
what the
another
fuck did I
bad
just walk
idea.
into?
What's it called? Mine and
Connor,
his
the fuck am I
relationship
staring at?
What?
started off
getting out of here.
Mine and his
Oh, yeah.
relationship started off as best friends, and we were close friends. And at the time, I didn't really want a relationship because I was like, high school, woohoo! I'm finally past fucking middle school days, because fuck that.
Honestly,
fine,
when
this
you
is
leave
my
middle
place.
school, you feel
Welcome
amazing.
to my monstrosity of my little base.
Welcome to my house.
Just about.
Wait, Connor. Wait,
but-
John. What the fuck are you doing in the desert?
He vibing. He vibing.
I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
Fair.
Kind of like Connor.
Is that Connor I see?
In the nether?
What's up, Connor?
No.
I forgot.
Connor.
I'm in the nether.
Connor. No.
Connor's got a
Red.
hole you can dig if you're into it.
Red, do you know what this is from?
Okay.
I don't want to say My Little Pony, but on fucking
Friendship X magic?
jack shit.
Ah! Baby zombie!
Um,
No, that's called a Vern.
Mine and this
Fishy
guy's
bird.
relationship lasted for 2 months. And it was before I'd realized what he was doing to me. At the time, when you're like a freshman and there's upperclassmen, they can very good put you in a state where you can get manipulated easily. That's one of the things that I learned the most, is that I was manipulated very easily. Because I didn't know what manipulation at the time was, and he was the first person to kind of show me it. And so he kind of like coerced me into making out, I would say, in a sense. Making out, and he would be like, yo, you wanna try this or something like that, you know? And I'm like, sure, why not, you know? I didn't think anything of it at the time. Because I was like, what? I was a freshman. I didn't really care for it, you know? But I didn't really have a problem with it either. So we would be best friends with benefits, and then we turned it into a relationship. And as the relationship progressed, I could tell that he was getting aggressive. He was getting mad at things.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
easily.
there's a mine shaft under my base.
And
I think I found that mine shaft.
I found it first. But
You
I
found
found-
the
I
when
cave.
this
It was
kind of
my cave.
happened, I didn't really think of anything of it because this is one of my actual physical relationships I'd ever been in, you know? And I've been manipulated in a sense before. Back in like 6th grade for 2 years, I was manipulated. But it was a sense of him manipulating me to stay with him instead of him killing himself like that, you know? And when that happened, I was hurt for a while. Like, hey, why don't I take this chance, trust this person, you know? And so I did. And that's where it kind of fucked up. When we started our relationship off, he got very controlling. He got very manipulative. He...
Do you want me to give foresight into this person? Because if it's the person that I'm thinking of, then I know more background on him than you know.
No, he comes after this person.
Got it.
Because this person was a physical relationship, like in person, and shit. I went to school with him. But-
I have a feeling I know of this dude when you were in ROTC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this fucker, the one that I would love to punch in the face.
Let's just say that he... I don't know how to put it. Except for the only way to put it, but he... Oh, my pickaxe is broke.
I'll make you another one.
I'm in the nether. That's the only problem with this.
Oh shit.
I
But
got
anyway,
it. I'm
as
sure
you
come
were
back.
saying, Christina.
I lost my train of thought, honestly.
You were
I do
saying
that all the time.
I do, it's hard.
you were saying I can't remember what the fuck you
It's
were
hard
saying.
being
my God.
special, right?
Yeah, it's hard being special.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
John.
That was so
John.
fucked.
We're all going to hell, by the way, for everybody on the stream.
I got a fucking one-way ticket on the highway to hell. Who want to join me?
That
Bro,
ain't
I'm on the fucking
truth.
bus. Come with me, John.
Ew, you're on the
Uh,
bus. You're not special.
E-
Fucker, it's VIP access.
E- bro, the battle bus. Who's ready to get the stub?
Oh my god. Christina,
Everything that you just said.
no. Christina,
sorry.
no.
I could
Anyway.
die right now.
This motorcycle I'm on is going
I'm in
to hell.
danger.
I'm
I'm in
in
The road to hell is paved with good
I'm in
intentions.
danger.
But anyway,
Wait,
as
Connor,
you,
isn't that what you
Christina,
say?
you were saying though, like
Nani?
that he was
Oh, okay, yeah.
manipulative and
So
shit.
he was very manipulative, and he became abusive. That if I had said something the wrong way, he would hit me, or if I had said the wrong thing towards the wrong person, he would hit me. And at the time, I didn't think anything of it because I didn't know what a real big abusive. Did I just find another fortress? I found another fortress, guys. I'm kind of lost though, but at the time, I didn't really think anything of it because I was young, you know, and I gave this person food. I'd give him money and I'd give him rides because he lives down the street still, which is the fucked up part. And it's hard to like walk down to my store and shit, or not my store, but like to the store that's like right by my house because I know that he's in access and in range of it. And the first time it ever happened was after school, and yes, at the time I was in ROTC. I don't regret it, but I also regret it at the same time. Do not ask why. Just certain
Same.
reasons. You know, it taught me a lot of things, and it taught me a lot of fucked up shit, you know?
You and me
But-
both, Christina, honestly. I remember my
Yeah.
days of ROTC.
Connor,
I
I
kinda miss
finished.
it, but I kind of don't.
Connor, I finally finished my floor, by the way.
Connor should tell you what I just did to him.
You shot
Yeah.
him with a bow. I watched on stream.
No.
No,
He was
no, I
fucking
didn't shoot him with a
teabagging on
bow. I
Oh,
was raping
bitch.
his face.
Jesus.
don't rape the Ewoks. They've already been hated enough.
Jesus.
All right. So both
Um,
Connors, if you. Oh, hi.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, if you witnessed that my base is 2 floors, by the way, I like this.
I haven't
What's up?
gone outside. Boy! Ow.
Boys, get
Ah,
some TNT.
Fucking skeleton.
I'm
in
not
my-
going to
into
run.
my
I am
base.
kidding. I'm not that much of a prick.
Boy.
Hello.
Okay, so the first time he'd ever done anything like this before was when one day we were staying after school for ROTC, and at the time I was the PT captain, the physical training captain,
Oh,
because my
you were
brother
T.
was the
Ugh.
second PT captain, as well as I was also in color guard. Bitch, I missed that shit so much.
Dude,
Spinning
I
a rifle, oh, that shit was epic. But
love rifle drills.
But we had stayed after school,
Just fun.
and it was not just me, it was one of my other friends, and I believe it was my friend, at the time. Jax? We called her,
What?
we called everyone by their last names, because that's what we had
Yep.
to do in ROTC. But her name was
Everyone
Jackson,
was by their last
so we called her Jackson, you know, like we were supposed to. And,
Trust me, in RTC, you're lucky to remember someone's first name.
at the time,
All you ever say is
she-
your last name.
was with another person, and I think it was one of her friends. I don't know who it was. But they had it off and went somewhere else while me and him were just behind the ROTC building. And behind the ROTC building, we had this big grill where we would do like cookouts and shit like that. And we were sitting on it and we were chilling. And he starts to grope me in a sense, and I tell him, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want this, you know. I'm like, I'm telling him, I stop, you know. I'm sitting there and I'm pushing him away and shit like that. And he goes, why not? You know, he's like, why not? Just try it, you know. I'm like, I said stop. And I'm sitting on his lap, which is the bad
Hans
part.
gets it.
And I'm sitting there while he's holding me on his lap and he's groping me and shit, and I'm like, can you stop, you know? And at one point I try to force his hand away and he hits me. Like he punches my hand. And I kind of freeze and I kind of just let it happen. And from that, I didn't think I thought about it, but I didn't really know what to do or to tell anyone. Because I was so roped in that I thought I actually had loved him and shit like that. And so it would later happen in my room on the bed that I still sleep on. And this time.
Blacklight.
Man said the
That's
fucking
fucked up.
black. John, shut your mouth.
But
No,
What?
shut up.
this time
No,
around,
you're gonna need 5.
this time around, it was not. I wasn't the
Y'all are-
only one in the room.
Y'all are fucked up.
I
My
didn't know you used glow in the dark paint. I didn't.
Y'all are some fucked up people.
But you love us.
Uh,
Why are you saying these are fucked up people? This is me. All me. Christina, continue. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Um,
It's fine. No worries.
All right.
I make
Hold
jokes.
up.
I'm sorry. I do.
At the
Oh,
okay, when
shit.
this second event happened, this is the second time he did it. It was me, my younger sister, and we were on my bed, and she was on her bed on the top bunk, and there's very strong.
Top, huh?
Yeah, not like that, John.
John,
Jesus.
shut the
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
up. John, do
But,
yourself a
um,
I'm gonna
favor,
get
refrain from
smacked one of these
talking.
days, and I will
You
not
are.
disagree.
And at the time, we were watching a movie. I believe it was a horror movie or something of the sorts. And I'm kind of like, bitch. I'm kind of like, I'm sitting there and we're cuddling. We're kind of just cuddling. We're just trying to chill, cuddling and shit like that. And he starts groping me.
Sweet, I
And-
hit bedrock.
Right here,
What the-
I freeze again, and I don't know what to do. So I just turned away, and I was just crying the entire time while I was trying to watch the movie and shit like that. And I'm sitting there letting this happen, and when I say letting this happen, I mean to a point where I tried already to stop him, and he was already hitting me for it again. And he was punching my hand and telling me that I should just let this happen. And that I should just go with it. And I kind of just stopped trying to get away from him.
Now, Christina, do you mind if I cut in here for a minute?
Go ahead.
Let you kind of like calm.
Yeah,
I can tell by the
I
way.
gotta
you're
take a
breathing.
minute. I'm
Who's
gonna go
blue?
get something
So,
to eat real quick.
Just
I'm-
like,
let's
give it
I'm
a- stop
gonna
running.
take a 5-minute break.
Who are you?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So
Oh, hi.
right
Hi.
now, I'm gonna say
Wait.
this.
What?
There, for women out there that see this, or
Oh.
anyone that knows someone that's
Women
in
watching
situations
Connor's
like this,
content. What a pipe dream.
fuck off. But seriously, if you are in a situation where you are more scared to speak up because your abuser will beat you for speaking up, don't be afraid to do it. And especially in the
Also,
US,
Connor-
and I know it sucks.
I like horses.
Go for it.
also, Connor, I want to like hop out for a minute, like, cause I have to go take a shower.
Oh, shit, he hop in the fence.
Motherfucker,
Alright,
if I
that's
hop,
fine.
if I hop the fence, nigga, you're coming with me. Excuse my language. You're coming with me.
Yo, Queen.
Now, you're
if
my
you hop
cover.
in the fence, Queen, if you hop in the fence, the fuck kind of German decided to put you in a concentration camp?
I never said it. Hey, look, I never said it was a concentration camp.
Oh God. But
We will
yeah,
ask
no.
the issues.
Yeah,
Connor,
Queen, if you're hopping
what's
out,
up?
if you're hopping out to take a shower,
No,
go for
you
it.
don't have the armor. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Christina
you
said the
hurt?
diamond armor. No, the diamond horse
Oh.
armor.
But seriously, situation where you're scared to speak up, do it. I know in the U.S. it's harder because all someone has to say is a couple of words, and the government will basically protect them. And I know, coming from a Canadian, a lot of people want to say that's not the truth. Unfortunately,
fucking
in this day
Canuck.
and age, it is. There are laws that will protect
fucking
people
Canuck.
if they say the right
He's a
thing,
Canuck.
and it sucks. Because all someone has to do is
Mountie.
say, like, Christina did a project back a while back, and it was something, I can't remember what it was, but
It was for laws.
Remembering September.
Laws.
yeah, and someone in her class
of
actually
November.
said there's a law protecting her from him, essentially. Or something like that.
Was it the
I
gunpowder
don't
treason
exactly
and
have
plot?
the greatest of memory from yesterday. At least my short term is shit. Plus, a lot of the American laws, some of them are honestly, and I'm sorry to say, some of them are downright fucking retarded.
Don't even get started on the blue laws. Did you know it in a certain state it is illegal to fish off the back of a giraffe on Sundays after I think 2 p.m.?
Who the
I'm not
okay,
joking.
Who did that for it to actually be a fucking law?
I don't know, but some.
Ay. And I know that a lot of people disagree with me, but like, think about it. Someone, especially someone that is a rapist, all they have to do is say a couple of things or try and spin the story their way, because I am sorry, but the justice system... Now, I do get if someone in, say, a gun running... If someone that's a gun smuggler, gun runner, fucking dope dealer, fucking producer, if they flip on someone, they become immediately fucking protected.
Put your motherfucking hands up and follow me.
I get there are some things like that, but it goes a little far because, like, say a cartel informant.
Yes.
And they flip on someone they know.
Yes.
They immediately become a rat.
Mm-hmm. And they immediately
Now,
get protected.
here's the thing. They immediately get a fucking hit on their head. Now, they're protected until after that. And most of the time, they won't just do it for that one flip. They'll use them to flip hundreds of people, even though they may not have information.
What are you talking about?
It's stupid. It's stupid
The
laws.
thing is,
Christina,
they are
what
a
was that?
useful asset to the investigation
Fishing off the back of a
at
giraffe on
times.
Sundays after 2
Yeah,
p.m.
I know that. It's just some of the stuff
I'm not
that
lying,
is
Christina.
gone
Look
over
it
is
up.
stupid.
The thing.
Okay, Christina, what was that one law that you brought up yesterday? That guy that you were doing like a fucking law class or something where he said that there's a law that protects you.
So, okay, let me tell you this this story. It's a little weird story. We were doing a group project, and this is before COVID all hit. I think I was in ninth grade at the time because I wasn't at my new school, and I'm sitting there and we're doing this business class and we're going over like the laws of the United States, and I bring up the fact that there is a lot of many different laws around the woman's body and what we can do, you know, and he goes, well, there's laws against men's body too, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he looks me in the eye and he goes, there is a law preventing me of raping you right now.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, yes, that is very true, but rape should be just as inhumane as cannibalism when you think about it.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it inhumane. I consider it a delicacy.
Yeah, I know. Now, when John says that he's joking, I know some people that listen to this
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to
will
be joking?
disagree.
I'm gonna beat you, John.
But
Get
no,
wine.
no, I know some people are gonna disagree. Ow, really, Connor? But I know some people are seriously gonna disagree with that. Say that, oh no, it shouldn't be up there. Blah blah. It should be because there are young women. Christina, you're 16 now. When did the guy say that to you?
I was 14 at the time, and he was 17.
Do anybody listening to this, and I know this is a rhetorical question because you can't respond, but do you know what's funny? I'm gonna end up telling you anyways, even if you say it or not. Chat, if you want to take a guess now, please go for it. If not, then
Hold your
I'm gonna
peace.
end up saying it. Yeah.
Now
I don't
forever
know
hold
what
your
the-
peace.
Honestly, the
Please forever hold your
funniest
peace.
thing, the funniest thing about that is it should be, because here's the thing. Most laws, people will say, oh, it ruins the lives for the people that get put behind bars. What about the victims?
Mm-hmm.
Some things like rape stick with them forever, where other things they can actually try and forget. And if any of you have ever played that one game, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's,
No Russians?
No, it's the game where you play a girl and her brother Aiden is connected to her.
Oh,
It's a PlayStation 3
Beyond
game.
Souls or Beyond something.
Yes, Beyond Souls.
love
There's a
that game.
part where the girl you play can actually get into a scene where she's almost raped. And a boyfriend years later, they're at a scene where they can actually do shit. And yes, Brock, we know.
Thank you, Brock.
And unfortunately, she ends up not going through with anything sexual with him because of that past experience. And she was about 16 when it happened, and now she's gone through the army.
Can I address one thing, please?
Go for it.
I am kind of sick of people skimming over this. I fully realize that there are a lot of people out there who, you know, they completely deserve to be behind the bars because they've done heinous things. But please don't forget the fact that there is a massive majority of people who have had false allegations.
Yeah.
And
By the
it's
way,
to
the
the
llamas are
point.
killing each other.
Listen, it's actually to the point where if you get accused of sexual allegations, it doesn't even have to be confirmed for it to be for it to ruin your life.
Yeah, like I can't speak for him, but my friend Jacob, who was homeschooled and shit like that, he actually was graduating early this last few months, and he had around 7 scholarships, and a girl accused him of something sexual assault wise, and he lost all of those scholarships because she accused him. Like it ruins lives.
Not
it does.
confirmed, accused.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, anyone that wonders, oh, why do people do that? It's on par with, so, and I'm going to bring this up now, specifically people that have psychopathic tendencies and stuff like that. The reason why people will go through with lying is, one, there's multiple reasons. Christina's friend, when he was accused of raping a woman, that young woman could have actually been jealous that he was going somewhere, that he was graduating and having so many scholarships. People will be jealous and people will pull stuff like that. And here's the thing, and this is why I bring up psychopathic tendencies and stuff like that. It's not just something like a flip of the switch. It's there. It's there for all your entire life. Mentally, it is there.
At least that's what the
People
voices kept telling me.
But no, people can actually. There are people who can get better and can realize that there's something not okay, and there are others where honestly they
think
won't.
it is. And okay,
And
sorry. Go
Nope.
ahead.
okay, since Christina's not going, if anyone here has never watched Chicago Med, please watch it. There's an episode that brings a boy on that is a psychopath. And here's the problem with psychopaths when they're young. They can be fucking scary little monsters. And I wish I was joking. You think kids are bad where you'll just say, "Oh yeah, little Timmy's a monster. He loves to screw around with Dad. He loves to just punch me." Psychopaths? It's not, "Oh yeah, Jimmy loves to punch me." It's, "Jimmy loves to fucking beat the shit out of me. The kid's 5 and he's put bruises on me."
That's scary.
Yeah. Which is why some people have a hard time saying, like, dude, you gotta get some help. With psychopaths, specifically. At least in my opinion.
Have any
I
of
mean,
you
I always have a
seen
hard
Rising
time,
of the
but I
Shield
think
Hero?
that's a different kind of hard time.
What did you
Shut
say?
up,
Connor?
John!
Have any of you guys seen the anime Rising of the Shield Hero? One
No.
of the
Nope.
antagonists basically is a pathological liar. And it's the
jeez.
queen's daughter, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants and gets away with it.
Oh, God.
Royalty. It sounds like a rich white girl.
Against the fucking protagonist. And fucking...
Alright,
they basically put an anti-lying spell on her.
alright, so, Christina, if you care to continue on with what was being said before you left.
Oh, okay. So the thing that I
I shall be back.
said before I went to take a breath of air was the second time he did this. The third time was at a
Football.
not a college football,
Fuck.
a high school football game that I was actually doing and holding the flags for. You know, I was like a regular little ROTC little color guards, color guardsman is I think the word is, and we carried the flags out.
Color guards,
to-
persons, we're all
Colors-
inclusive here.
Okay, okay, persons, whatever. But my job was to carry the flag out to the middle of the field while they played the national anthem and hold it out. You know, like they do at every football game. And
I
we
love
were
color
dressed in
guards.
full.
They're fun.
We were in dress blues, which I will tell you the most uncomfortable uniform you will ever have to wear.
Oh my
if you
god,
do
I
anything
hate my dress blues.
military-wise. It will be the dress blues because my god,
Oh.
they made me get sizes too small to make it look nice. And it was hell trying to fit my ass into these tiny ass pants every day, every time we had to wear them.
I bet they look good.
Oh, they did, bro. I looked fucking fly in that
Fuck up.
shit.
Shut the
I
fuck
have
up.
pictures of it, bro. I was sexy as shit. Still am too.
I thought you said you were ugly.
Oh, by the way, Brock,
To a
do
certain
not
extent.
worry about what this is. It will look better when it is finished.
That's what they all say.
It really will. If y'all were wondering about an automatic sugarcane farm, I'm getting to it. But Christina, I kind of wanna,
Mhm.
I wanna hear this like live, but like I have to go take a fucking shower.
Gotta go take a
That's
shit.
true.
I wanna hear this shit live,
It
but I wanna go
happens.
take a fucking shower. But I can just probably pull the stream up on his.
You want
Right.
to listen to it while you're in the shower? Sheesh.
Like an actual
Jesus.
podcast. Gonna go.
Yeah, hell
Gonna go
yeah.
have some fun in the
The-
shower, you know.
Motherfucker, you shut your goddamn mouth. I didn't ask for your fucking opinion, bitch, nigga. Fuck out
okay.
my
You don't need my
face.
opinion. I know the truth.
Motherfucker,
Ooh.
I will bitch slap
See, you see how much he's stuttering? He knows it's the truth.
Oh,
No,
shit.
it's random ass accusations and dumb shit. John,
Yes,
Bro, I speak
Fuck it.
nonsense and I'm fluent in it.
that is factual. Okay, so back to the story.
Back in my hole I go.
We're at the football game, and I had just gotten done presenting the colors, which is the American flag
Which
and
flag
the
were
Texas flag. I was the American flag. I was happy as shit.
Respectable
dude. I
position.
was like,
Head
sheesh,
too far
man.
away. Head too far.
And
what? You can do
Um,
this?
Nani?
Hold up.
ask-
I wanna actually.
Connor's
see if you
dying,
can
by
do-
the way.
we had just gotten done with doing that, and I went to go downstairs to change into my normal civilian clothes at the time. And at the time, I was just wearing, like sweats and shit like that. And so I think I was wearing a tank top or a baggy shirt. I don't know. I don't
Did you
remember
guys have
for sure.
did you guys have a ROTC shirt that you had to wear sometimes?
Yes.
It had like a logo and shit on it, and they were like,
Yes.
well, you don't have to wear the formal, but you gotta wear the shirt.
Yep.
Oh man, I hated that even more than the
Mm,
uniforms, because I'm like, at least the uniforms I feel
Empowered.
powerful.
Yes!
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like
You
you
do
got
this.
that feeling
Christina,
of power.
you can do this.
But in the shirt,
Yes.
you're just like, wow, this is just too small.
Yeah. It's
Christina,
about-
Christina, I figured
What's up?
I'm doing something smart.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
you have brain cells? Color me surprised.
Fuck you too, bitch. You suck dick for nickels on a
Jeez.
Friday. Fuck you.
Bro, at least I fucking
Maybe
charged.
he likes
You're
it on
free
the
ass over there.
Friday.
Motherfucker. And I like it on a Tuesday, cause it's gay Tuesday, nigga. But yeah, I'm gonna
Never
like,
do it on
Connor,
a
what-
Tuesday.
Connor,
Why- what's wrong with a
what's
Tuesday?
your Connor?
Taco
What's your
Tuesday.
fucking Twitch so I can like watch this shit? live
It
on
should
Twitch?
be. Are you
Here,
in the
I
Discord?
can send it through fucking. I can send it
No,
to you on Discord.
I want to watch
Hang
it on my laptop, so
Give
Why don't
me
you have Discord
one-
on your laptop?
because I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Give me one.
John, I did not.
I got
ask
it.
for your
You
opinion.
dickhead. That was kind of fucked up, just a little bit.
Someone pick up Bread's stuff, by the way.
Did he
It's
die?
Still on the ground. Yeah, he died.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm
Connor got
down in the
shot.
shaft, so.
Yeah.
Brock, this is gonna be an automatic sugarcane farm, and this is for everybody. And you have
What is that sound?
I sent
You
it
have
to
a desert.
It sounds like gears.
Weird. Okay, so as I was saying,
I can't see
What
his
was I saying?
coordinates. God damn it.
I just heard an Enderman teleport, you bitch. Oh, I found his stuff. Hold on, I got it.
Okay, pick it up.
I'll get it all.
Sorry, am
gotta
I in
empty
your
out
way?
mine.
I'll move.
What the fuck is that giant monstrosity over there?
What?
I'm scared to think of what it is.
Well, there's
That's
tunnel number
Liam's
2
house,
done.
you'll
Time to start
see
tunnel
it.
number 3.
A witch just splashed me with poison. It's crazy.
Kinky.
Yeah, Connor. Let me just real
Revenge,
quick.
bitch. You dickhead.
Was
We're not gonna
killed
talk
by
about
a
it.
witch using magic.
We're not gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna totally talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh my god, she's hitting me with potions of harming, that's why. Jesus. Had that take
Did you just head over to get his shit?
Yeah. I got it. Doo-da,
Alright.
doo-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-da.
Ooh, Camptown racist.
Christina, that's a WIP. If you look over near Lamb's house, look at that. That's a work in progress.
Mhm.
But I will be back. Go back in front of where he died. Or let me see if I can. He died near gravel.
I'm right here. It's right here. Body's right here. What did just
I'm
happen?
sorry for your loss.
Ah, he didn't matter to anyone.
Yeah, it's
No,
the stream-
fucking Gooey
the
said
stream-
it.
It's confusing.
This.
Oh, my Xbox. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh my lord. Alright.
Okay, so like I was saying, freshman year we just get done doing the flags. I changed my civilian clothes, and we're sitting on the stands.
Damn it.
It took
Shut
me
the
a minute
fuck
to
up,
figure
we're
that
trying
out.
to hear a story.
But I'm in my civilian clothes, and we're with one other friend, and I'm gonna say his name. His name's D, and it's not just the letter D; it's spelled D-E-E. And at the time, this person and me become very controversial. Here, I have all your stuff, Connor. Come here. Except for my fucking armor and shit. I forgot I had that, but here. It's gonna take a while, so. But at the time, me and him had a very controversial because I've known him since literally elementary school.
The
But he was
Neolithic
older
period.
than me, so he was friends with my brother, not me. Just about. And so at the time, he knew that me and this guy was in a relationship together and shit like that. And what's it called? And so we're sitting on the stands watching the football game happen, and I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm sitting on the guy that I'm with at the time. I'm sitting on his lap. Is that everything? I'm pretty sure that should be everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sitting on the guy that I'm with at the time. Sitting on his lap like I was before. And
Kinky.
he starts putting his hand in my shirt. Like, he starts reaching his hand in my shirt, and D is watching this shit happen. And I'm just I'm not fully aware of it, because I'm focused on the fucking football game, you know? Like, I'm not focused on this dude doing whatever the fuck he's doing. I'm focused on the football game. Because I was very into football for
Gotta
some
take
reason.
note.
Yeah. But,
Very unaware.
I was unaware at the time what he was doing, and D knew what was happening, and I kind of just let it happen because I didn't really focus on it, you know? Because at the time, whenever he would do shit like that and I'd push him away, he would hit me, and I pushed his hand off of me, and I pushed his hand off of my breast, and he'd hit me again, you know? Like, he'd start smacking my hand and shit. My friend, D, who was friends with him more than me, even though I knew D longer, he kind of just didn't do anything, you know? He just kind of let it happen because he was like, it's none of my business, you know? I'm like, I get that, but it's kind of fucked up at the same time.
You're sitting on the fucking sidelines while you're watching a friend of yours
Yeah.
basically be fucking defiled.
Mine and his friendship was kind of difficult, though. It was very controversial at the time because he had snitched on my brother, and I just allowed it because I told him to snitch on him because he was like dipping and shit like that. That's a whole different story.
If you
but
guys want to see what I've been working on, it's behind my house.
when that happened, I kind of just let it happen for like I would say that's what, the third time? Yeah, the third time. And the fourth time it happened, I was at my house here, and it was in my living room on my couch. and he was spending the
Do we
night.
need to get
He
the
just
black light
got
again?
locked out. No, no, no. But he was sleeping at our place because he got locked out of his house because fucking his dad and his stepmom, I believe, kind of were just really big dickheads and just didn't really like him, I guess. Because I don't know, it wasn't my place to say anything or anything like that, but sorry, excuse me, it's the monster talking. But but at the time, I didn't think anything of it, so I kind of just snuck off into the living room to just be with him because, at the time we were in a relationship. You do stupid shit when you think you love someone. And we were chilling in the living room, and I was laying next to him. We were kind of cuddling, and he starts groping me, and I told him no, and I told him to stop. And then he starts hitting me. And the only reason that it stopped was because my brother came in there and he was like, "You need to go get back in bed." And I kind of freaked out, and I was like, "Thank God," but it was like a breath of fresh air that that brother kind of just, he didn't see what was happening either, but he just was like, "You need to go get back in bed. Y'all don't need to be doing this, or being like together while they're asleep, And that was the fourth time it happened, I believe. Yeah, that was the fourth time, and then the last time it happened.
Damn, do we need to
Was
get the
this
12 days of Christmas going for every single time?
Nah. But
5 bullets left.
5 bullets left.
but
I need a medic bag.
around that time,
Broke
it
dick
was
piece of shit
November,
drill.
and he was turning 18. And I didn't really think anything of it because I didn't really think it mattered, Because, 14, I didn't think it really mattered. We were, kind of together and shit, And so, can I mine this? No, I can't. Why am I picking
2
tree?
years in jail.
But, no, at the time, he was trying to find out what his life was doing and shit like that. It was very controversial moments for us, and it was his birthday. He didn't really like his birthday because he's been through some shit or something like that. And we were on the verge of breaking up. And at the time, I was stupid. I was like, "Why do you want to break up?" I do whatever you want and shit like that. And I was thinking stupid. I was thinking very poorly. That is for sure. And we're chilling at my mom's house. This is before she's in jail. We're chilling at my mom's house, and Dee's over because Dee lives literally right down the street from where my mom lived. And Dee goes to his house and was like, "Call it a night." It's like fucking 2 in the morning. We're chilling, and we're on my mom's couch. We're sitting there, and we're just watching a movie. I don't know why it always starts off with watching a movie, but we were watching a movie, and he starts groping me again. And I tell him no, and still not really focusing on the fact that it was a bad thing, that I kind of let him do it, even though I'd already told him not to. And when this happens, my mom is kind of oblivious to it because I didn't tell her anything either. And so the next following days, I think it was 2 days afterwards, me and him broke up. And I said, "I'm finally done with you. I'm done with this shit, you putting me through all this and making me do this shit when I told you I didn't want to." And I woke up. I kind of woke up and realized that. And and I kind of just stood up for myself. I was like, "Fuck this. I'm tired of you using me to get what you want and trying to take advantage of me and shit. Have food. Yeah, come over to my shit and I can give you a stack of bread."
Has anyone lighted a certain portal? a huge one,
not
too.
lit it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Ooh.
Here, I'm right here. There you go. And so, that was the final time it happened. No, you're welcome. But afterwards, I kind of came out and I told my mom, and I told my grandma, which I kind of immediately regretted afterwards because my grandma, the first thing that they did was blame me. The first thing that they came across was like, "It's your fault." And I'm like, "Why is it my fault?" I'm sitting there, I'm questioning, was it really my fault, And that's the thing, is that I have a hard time doing is because I've always believed that certain
That was a hard
She
cut.
pulled her head out. I'm betting.
I've done that before.
I kind of just unplugged my headset.
Call it.
sorry, ruh-roh,
Wow, he's
ruh-roh,
right.
Weggy.
Connor called it.
But
Zoinks, zoinks!
at that time, I kind of finally realized that what he did to me was abuse, physical and sexual abuse, and it was an assault. And I told my mom, I told my mom about it, and she was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know, what can I do? And she was like, we could press charges. And I go, okay. So we go to this little place called the Family Advocacy Center, and it's where you go to make a report of some sort. And let's just say that they literally ended up telling me that if I didn't have any evidence, that there was nothing they can do. That was literally it. They were like, we can't help you, we can't do anything for you because there's no evidence. And I'm like, I sit there, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean? Like, you know? So, that happens, and this is around December when all this happens. And, during my relationship, it was October, November, and that made me always, I haven't been the same since those 2 months, you know, and it kind of changed a lot of things for me. And so December rolls around when I'm trying to get help, and I come out and I tell my grandma and shit, they blame me, and then they finally stop blaming me, and my brother straight up, he didn't blame me at all. You know, he was like, yes, there's different points where you could be lying, but I trust you and shit like that. And he was like, straight up, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. Straight up, bless you. He was like, I'm gonna kill this dude. So he got a bunch of his friends together and like 5 or 6 fucking people, and we waited for where he would usually walk around, you know, or walk home, and they were gonna jump him. But he kind of just took a different path, and so it never happened. Which I was kind of sad about, because I kind of wanted to watch it happen. But we had to tell the school, you know, because he was in the same school as me. So we told the school, and they moved my brother's classes with him. They switched schedules and stuff like that, tried to move me away from him, move him away from me. And so when I told the school, a lot of rumors started getting spread, and I started getting death threats. And a lot of people would come to my house and actually knock on the door and be like, why'd you do this, or why'd you lie and shit. People would come during class and do it, and people would go on social media posting shit about me, or saying that I was a liar, and saying that I just ruined this guy's life for the rest of his life. And I go, what am I supposed to do when I told the truth, you know? Because the entire time I was telling the truth, and I've been telling the truth, and I don't, me being someone who's been actually through it, I've never really met someone who had the audacity to really lie about going through it, or why you even want to have to lie about that. And that's where false accusations can come into play, because a lot of people's lives get fucked up and ruined from it, and no one thinks about that ever.
Well, here's the thing that I see with false accusations. Sorry for cutting in, Christina.
You're good.
Here's the thing that I see with false accusations. Oh shit.
Saw that coming.
They're
So I'm trying to say
attention-seeking
something.
whores.
That usually
Okay, well, all our
they're
beds
seeking
are-
attention or fame or something like that, but still.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. A lot of them
Or
are just
jealousy.
seeking that attention.
Yeah.
Let's place them in here because I'm about to start building walls.
Okay.
Why?
Hold on.
By the
But
way,
yeah, no,
we're not
that's
gonna be able to
where-
sleep because Queen's in here.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, that's where a lot of it comes from. It's people seeking that fucking...
They either
like,
want
clout.
fame, clout, or jealousy.
Anything of this sorts.
Everything that is
Or just
non-physical that you could be addicted to.
Yeah,
and
that
it
is true.
It sucks to say out loud, but that's the honest to God fucking
Truth. Yeah. But when this happened around the time, I kind of just stopped caring about school. I was still on Xanaxes at the time, which is another story I'll get into about addiction. And at the time, I was just doing drugs left and right. Like, I tried acid for the first time, and I kind of just jumped off of Dunkin' Donuts and got really hurt pretty bad. don't ask me why. I don't know why I did it. I just
How did
kinda
you
did
even
it.
get on top of a Dunkin' Donut?
No.
I don't know.
Doesn't
I guess
know.
I had a thought. I guess I had a thought that I just wanted to take a picture with a donut or something like that. I don't even know.
You wanted to eat the donut.
And just about.
Nuts.
But
Just Homer Simpson it.
I did a lot of stupid shit. I started letting my grades up. I started drinking in school. I did Molly, and I got caught with the alcohol. I got suspended for 2 months, and I was sent to alternative school. And honestly, I like the alternative school better than regular school, even though the food was shit. Like, it was nice. It was peaceful and calm and shit. People just related a lot. And when that happened, everything downhill because I had to wait to switch schools. Because I was still getting death threats, and my grandma was like, "You can't switch schools until the next year, or you gotta finish your first year in one high school." You know, it was kind of fucked, and it hurt for a while. And I was stuck at a place where I just didn't care anymore, and I was just giving up on everything. And so when I switched schools this time around, the summer of, I had started a relationship, and Connor knows who this person is because he went to school with him. And yes, it
Oh,
was.
you're talking about me.
Yeah, but you're not red. And it was a long distance relationship, but this person was very manipulative, and he kind of changed a lot of
like that.
things. We never dated, John. Jesus.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't
Some
want to
old
go to
little
fucking
case.
jail.
Yeah. But
Oh, but John, jail sounds like fun.
No,
you
it's
may
not.
not rest. You may not rest now. There are monsters nearby. Nice, great.
I don't know why you have to break my dick like that.
Okay, boy.
I went around. Me and this person were together for around 6 months, and at the time, he was very controlling of what I did, and I kind of let him control me, like a lot, more than anything. And he would kind of control the people who I talked to, and we had this little friend group, which it was me, the person, one other person, and then Connor, and then a couple other people that would come and go, and he only liked a few of my friends. And it was a fuck situation because he had his own shit going on. And he kind of, in the end of our relationship, he kind of gave me an ultimatum as in like, I'm going to kill myself if you break up with me. And I was like, I can't do that. You know, I can't be with someone who's going to do that to me. And I kind of ended it. Although at the time I felt trapped, and he would control me into doing everything he wanted, and I was so trapped that I couldn't even talk to like his friends about it. Like it was so bad that I barely talked to anyone, and that every time that I tried to outsource, I kind of felt bad for outsourcing, and I don't know why. Because you should never feel bad for trying to get help.
That's another takeaway people should know.
Yeah. After that, I can say my most recent relationship, which just ended last Thursday night. Me and this guy were together for a year, and I still love him, and I'm pretty sure I will always love him. It wasn't a bad relationship in a sense, but I did end up getting cheated on, and that's not why we broke up or anything, but it's just
I mean, it was
like,
a pretty decent contributing factor.
it kind of, yeah, just a bit, but we kind of
bit.
just, we're at our different paths in life right now, and we're trying to just take our own roads before we can. Just because we're on two different paths doesn't mean that our paths won't cross again, is what I'm trying to get across with that. Because I have hope that one day maybe we'll come back together and we'll be us in the future sometime, I don't know.
One
but-
hell of a power couple.
Shit, I mean, we were together for a whole year and a month, you know? As like the 12th, we would have been a year
And a
and
month.
2 months.
Don't forget the month.
Yeah,
Don't
forget the
forget the
month.
Oh
But,
my god.
I love this dude, you know? Like, I kind of made him my world. Like, he was in when we had broken up, and I'm still recovering from it because it was felt like my heart was just stabbed. That's the best way to describe it, is that it felt like I was being stabbed in the heart again. Because this is the person that I told that I wanted to start my future with, you know? And at the time, he ended up saying that I can't even start my future because I don't even know where to start. And I had fought so hard the night before to keep us together that actually me talking with everyone like Connor and John and Red and everyone like that about it, that I had to realize that it's okay to end something on
back,
better
fuckos.
terms.
Hey, fucko. Don't
Nobody
interrupt
give
the
a shit about
story,
you, boy. What up?
fucko.
But that's
Sorry about
just
that.
right now I'm trying to focus on more myself more than anything. And
Thank you, Brock, for
honestly,
filling in the ground.
it would be a lot better if I could just focus on getting myself better, but it's hard. Getting outsources, it's difficult because I can't really go get help for my depression, because if I got help for my depression, I'd have to tell the truth. And my grandparents don't want me to do that because they think that it's okay to just suppress everything you've been through
No,
instead of
that's
telling
how you
that.
get mental problems.
Exactly.
know.
Exactly. But
Now, Christina, can I butt in?
yeah,
here for 2
go ahead.
seconds? Now, to anyone that hears this, and if you're young and you wonder why is this a thing, it's because
The world is
they're
fucked up
from a
place.
generation where that was what you did.
Okay. Yeah.
And
It's
it's literally the definition of don't show, don't tell.
Yeah.
Now, I have brought this up before, and this has not been on stream. This has been between friends. Now, when I say this, I do not mean to offend anyone. If anyone that watches this
Oh, he
is
totally
of
means to
African
offend
American
it.
descent,
Oh,
I do
no.
not mean to
I know what he's gonna
offend
say.
you. Please don't wring my neck. But so
I mean, I'll do that
anyone that
anyway,
has
big boy. Catch me later.
grandparents or even parents, if like they grew up in the
Didn't
era,
even notice.
there was
One sec.
an era where when a African American guy walked into a white neighborhood, it wasn't yo what's up dude, it was nigga the fuck you doing here, you looking to get shot. That's what it was back then, unlike now where it's bro what's up, because that's what it is now. We've came a long way,
Somehow, yeah.
but unfortunately people still try.
Connor,
and
I'm so
see
sorry
the
for what
old
I'm
way.
about to say.
Go
That
for it.
was horrible grammar. I'm sorry.
Shut
Oh my
the fuck
god,
up, you
that is
grandma.
literally
You could have just
killing me
had
to hear
Queen
him
say it,
say.
okay? Queen
Straight
would have
up.
said it was super good. Probably better
What?
than you.
What happened? What the
Connor just
But-
said something with such improper grammar. I called
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck
I'm not.
up.
I'm not.
And if-
Technically,
If
I'm not
I
here.
called
I'm
it out,
building
you
something.
know there's a problem.
I'm building stuff. So fucking leave me alone.
Yo, you and me both. I just finished tunnel number 3. I'm gonna start on 4 soon.
All right,
Wait,
Christina, if you
Christina,
would-
Christina,
if you
come near
would
Lam
please-
Lam's house.
What?
problem with my
Tell me-
tunnels?
Come near Lam Lam's house.
Okay.
When you see this shit, this is like elaborate as fuck, but at the same time, it's easy.
Oh, a
So we don't
spawner.
have. We don't have to.
It's a spider.
Look. This is the
Jesus
beginning
Christ.
of the automatic sugarcane farm.
Ooh. Interesting.
Alright,
Tell me-
tunnel number 3 is
I
done.
had to-
Time to start tunnel number 4.
I had to look.
You're lagging, my
Whoa,
guy.
he's lagging
It's
hard.
only when you fucking play Minecraft. It's only when you play Minecraft, I swear to God. Because any other time
This
you don't
shit-
lag.
This shit
Truth.
happens. Trust me. Whatever. So I'll update you when I
Jesus
finish the
Christ.
site.
Alright.
So bad. I didn't know we were playing on 360 freaking Black Ops 1 game chat.
Oh,
Bitrate so
see.
low.
Christina, if you would please continue.
Okay, so the next segue I am gonna segue into
What's the
is...
project?
I want project actually.
Yay, over
Where's
here.
your house at?
It's in the village.
Oh, the empty village where
Yes.
there's dead
I
souls
built a
of
house.
villagers. Dead souls of villagers.
I have built a
Well,
house.
he didn't put them there.
How do you know?
Because we know the person who did it.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi.
Hola.
So this is my house. This is not the project.
Okay.
I'm
No
hungry.
visitors, no solicitors, no trespassing, no Jehovah's home. No, it's
Christina.
okay.
This is my project.
What? Do I want to? What are you doing, John? Are you creating a maze or something? Why did it go down so far?
All the way to bedrock.
Okay, I need
Jesus Christ,
okay,
okay.
I need glass. So I'm gonna. John, you got sand?
I got some glass if you want it. I got panes.
No, I actually need blocks.
I mean, there's a whole desert
Yeah, I got like
right, like literally to
I got like
the right
4
of
stacks.
everyone, but yeah.
I
Four
got like 4
stacks of
stacks
ro-
if you want them.
4 stacks of regular glass blocks.
No, of sand.
Sand, I'll take it.
All right, come get it.
Okay, so
Where are you
And
at?
while you're
I'm
here, I'll show
gonna-
you the project. Abandoned village in the desert.
just go to the village, to the very back of the village, just a little bit. But
I
okay,
swear to
so
God, if
now-
I see some hermit shit, I'm just gonna be like,
No,
I
it's
saw
weird.
this
I
shit.
just
a
built like
little
a
weird.
nice little house.
it's not
Oh.
like Connor's little hole in the cave.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so
Hey, yo, what up,
I
Queen?
see. What's up?
So
Now
yeah,
it's
that's my
time
project.
I ran out of food.
to
just as
talk
I got
about
here.
addiction.
And hold the fuck up.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
this is a very deep.
Okay, so I told you that my dad was heavy drinking and heavy drug users, and that he was on Xanaxes when we lived with him.
Nice.
The drug that I had an addiction to was Xanax.
Thanks.
I was addicted heavy, and I fuck. I resented myself almost every day, knowing that it wasn't good. But I still popped pills anyways, and it started, I would say, around 8th grade. I did it at 8th
Yeah,
grade.
Connor, all the way to bedrock.
And
Holy shit.
I was addicted for,
3 of 'em.
I would say, a solid year and like 3 months. Because it was during my 8th grade year, and then a little after I'd started my freshman year. But the second, okay, so, no, actually, it was the beginning of my 8th grade year to the end of my freshman year, which I stopped actually around February. And it has been 2 years since then, and I've been sober from Xanaxes since. And I struggled for a very long time to bring myself out of the addiction and to bring myself to terms that I didn't need them.
My friends, I
And-
got a dip. I got class in the morning.
Alrighty.
Alright, see you, John.
I'm
Bye, John.
tired. Bye.
Sleep
But-
tight. Don't get.
At the
I don't bite.
time, I was terrified and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to stop this addiction, and I didn't know how to help it either. Because I was addicted so heavy that I started stealing money from my family. And that I didn't have a care in the world of where I got money from, or that I just got in Xanaxes. And that's all I cared about. You know, I didn't care about where my life was going, and I didn't care about who was in my life. And when that happened, around this time, actually, I would say around this time, around February of 2019, I said, I'm done. I'm done with that shit, you know? And I kind of I went through withdrawals, of course, like any person who's gone through an addiction does. And I would say the hardest part is the withdrawal, because you think you're going crazy. Because you'll think that you're cold, but when actually you're just not, and you're just normal temperature, or you'll think that you're hot, you'll start feeling all these kinds of emotions and all these withdrawals from something that you thought was going to help you forever. And it's really hard to get past. Like, really fucking hard to get past the fact of, I don't need this, so why am I putting it in my system? And the entire time I did it, I was alone. And I hid it because I was ashamed of what it was doing to me. I was ashamed of telling my grandparents that I'd stole money from them so I could get a fix. And it's shameful to have to steal money from the people that you love to just get something that's temporarily gonna fix your problems and your attitude. And whether it's an addiction to a drug or it's an addiction to alcohol, that there's always outsources that you can trust. Like there's AA and there's like I think it's DA. I'm not for sure. It's different places, but like drugs, DAA, something like that. But like Alcoholic Anonymous, and then Drug Addiction Anonymous, and something like that. You know, like there's groups and shit you can go to. I didn't necessarily go into any groups because I was afraid of being judged, and I was afraid of someone judging me for everything that I've been through and judging me for choosing my drug of choice, you know? And I struggled with it for a long time. And I've always had temptations. That's the worst thing, is the temptation of wanting to go back to that shit. The temptation of wanting to just relapse one more time and picking myself up, or wanting to just do it one more time so I can feel okay for a day. And that's the hard part, is not relapsing, is trying to not relapse. And it was difficult for a long time, and right now it's still difficult because with the things that I'm going through right now and the heartbreak and shit like that, I have no motivation to get up in the mornings. I have no motivation to carry on with my day at all, you know? And for a while, I've just started hating myself for the way that I've always lived or the way that I've always perceived things. And I've gotten to the point where I've tried to just teach myself that it's okay to feel this way and that it's okay to be upset at things, but it's not okay to try and go to outsource and relapse. But nonetheless, you're not alone. If you're going through an addiction, that there's help, there's hotlines, there's meetings, there's people that will tell you their stupid stories, or not stupid stories, but like the stories about what they've done or how they've gone through it and shit. Ooh, I just found diamonds.
Wow.
And in the mine shaft.
Oh, okay.
And when that, what's it called? When I finally got past it, it's still just an everyday struggle. Just like depression, it's something you'll be fighting with for the rest of your life. Well, Connor, are you good?
Don't ask about it.
Okay then.
That
Okay.
wasn't on stream.
But
What happened? Creeper
he
fall on
blew up
you?
a
Yeah.
creeper.
Spider and
Christina,
creeper.
can
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
jump in here for... Okay, so I'm jumping in here to clarify
Second
some
creeper.
stuff for people who have never went through, well, withdrawal, any of that. Because, unfortunately, a lot of people will not understand why
It's so hard.
guys like vets, like soldiers that have went to war, will pick drugs.
Yeah,
over
that is
help.
true.
And the reason why that is sometimes you'll never know. Because no matter how many questions you ask, they're not going to tell you. If you see a vet, specifically a soldier, that is going through a rough time and turns to drugs, there's not much you can do. You can say, oh, go get a job, get off drugs. It's not as easy as that. People think it's so easy. But the thing is, it's not. You ask anyone who's been on the street, who's had to live on the street, off drugs, why did it take so long to get off? And the true answer is the body. I know a lot of people are going to think I'm bullshitting here. I'm not. The human body itself, when you pump shit into it like drugs, it starts to rely on that. There's a reason why diabetes became a thing. And that's because people started pumping shit like high amounts of sugar. Shit that takes your body from ketosis, which if no one knows what keto is, basically the whole idea is that you remove everything that puts carbohydrates or carbs into your diet to put your body into a state of ketosis to burn off any and all carbs into natural sugars so that your body will actually have natural energy. Sugars do the opposite. They put unnatural energy in your body. And that's the unfortunate truth of what happens. And it's the same thing with drugs. That's why I bring up the whole fact of diabetes. With drugs, your body starts to rely on it. Your body starts to need it. And unfortunately, you would think that that's not how it works, but the human body is a very, very complex thing. And unfortunately, a lot of times, most people don't understand it because they don't have the actual medical know-how to understand it. So if you see someone on the streets and you think about looking at them and saying, get a job, instead of, hey, let me buy you something. Let's go to McDonald's and actually buy you a meal. Think about that for a minute. That could be you. One wrong life choice. Taking a hit of cocaine. Anything that is drug or alcohol related that is not marijuana can set you down that path. Man. Well, with that out of the way, Christina, if you please.
With every kind of addiction, I've only been addicted. Okay, that's gravel. I've only been addicted to Xanaxes, and the only reason that I mainly persevered past it was the fact that my dad was on it. And I had times where my dad has offered to buy me them while I was getting sober. And I've had times where my dad has offered to help quotation marks, help me get better, and he completely tried to he didn't make me do anything, but he tried to convince me to go back to Xanaxes and to go back to all my drug usage and time like that. I'm just gonna break in here real quick, I'll replace it. Thank you. But at the time, now that I'm sober, I can gladly say that you're not alone. If you're going through withdrawals, you're not alone. And if you're going through any kind of addiction, you're not alone. Whether it be whichever kind of choice, that no matter what you do, you're not going to be alone, because there's always going to be someone who can understand what you're going through. There's always going to be one person that could say, hey, I know how it feels. And that could be me right now, you know? Like, I could be the one person that could relate to you in a sense. Or maybe I couldn't. But no matter what, if you're going through depression, and if you're going through all this other shit, you're never alone. No matter how hard it is, or no matter how hard it feels, someone's always going to be there. Someone's always going to be out there, even if you have to outsource to find it. Even if you have to go behind people's backs to find it. Someone somehow will be related to you, or someone somehow will be... I did not mean to do that. Oh, get a boat, don't kill him. We need this villager.
He's gonna
It's only
burn.
when I play Minecraft.
Oh, no. Where's my bucket of water? Come here, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, Christina, I have made the automatic sugarcane farm.
Okay, hand me the name tag that's... Connor, hand me... Aw, never mind, he died.
Yeah.
Okay, dang
So I think I'm gonna cut in here for another little bit. To anyone that wonders why someone wants to get back on drugs. Now, Xanax, I forget, I'm trying to remember what the fuck that is. Because I know it's some... I think it's some kind of pharmaceutical
It is a
by
pharmaceutical.
purpose. Isn't Xanax like a painkiller?
It's not a painkiller, but it's kind of like
remember
it's
what
it's different for everybody because it could be a mood stabilizer for some. So it's kind of
okay,
different.
That. Yeah, so here's the thing. The brain, now when I say the body, it does start to need it, but the brain itself as well is affected by most drugs. Xanax also being one of them. If it's a mood stabilizer, taking it can actually destabilize your mood. It affects the brain, and it affects the brain in ways that really are known and unknown. It's scary because you can look up everything that you can about Xanax, and like Christina just said, for everyone, it's different. But for most people, it'll just fuck up your mood. Because it's designed to stabilize your mood so that if you have... Say you just have odd mood swings so frequently, you take so that it'll actually stabilize that. So instead of going from pissed off, wanting to punch somebody in the face, you then want to kiss them on the lips. Or fucking whatever. You go from being pissed to happy to sad. It's a thing that happens, and that is supposed to stabilize the mood. Like I said, if you take it without having that issue, it does the opposite.
Also, nice house, Christina.
Oh, that's me.
This is
Started it.
Also, ow.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, so that's what a lot of will happen. Now, I'm also going to bring this up now with this stream because, Christina, I'm going to jump ahead to this, mainly because we've been at this for a while, and...
Yeah.
We can kind of get back into this another time, maybe about a drugs podcast, get some other people in here. But one of the big things, especially for drugs, and people sometimes don't understand acid and stuff like that, in your brain there's something called serotonin receptors. Now, serotonin is something that actually is also, it helps with, it's something that can cause the moods. John actually has to get serotonin supplements because his body creates a lackluster amount. So he actually has issues because of serotonin. Now, when you use something like acid or LSD, both the same thing,
Connor, come
the
here.
only difference is that one is a solid and the other is a liquid. It will take a couple hours for it to start to kick in.
It depends on the person, actually.
Yeah, but most of the time, it should take upward of a couple hours, which is why it will take some time. Because it's not the body having to process it. Sorry, not having to process it. It's not the body having to digest it or anything like that. It's the brain itself, actually. Because acid and LSD, they will bind to those serotonin receptors. And the reason why it will bind is that's what it's designed to do. Now, funny enough, when LSD was first made, or acid, or whatever the proper name is for it that you want to use.
That made it.
Actually, it wasn't a scientist, it was a pharmaceutical doctor.
Probably
It was
didn't
actually
mean
a
to.
pharmacist. Probably didn't mean to, yeah, but it was a pharmacist that made it. And then it became, and here's the thing, when you get pure stuff, it's not that bad. It's when you get the impure, the stuff that is sold on the streets. Which is why I'm going to say this now. Test kits for drugs will never be illegal to purchase. If you are doing drugs, if you are experimenting, if you have listened to the Misfits podcast, I highly suggest you go do it and listen to episode 10. They go into it a lot more, especially Swagger. I have a small amount of information on drugs, but that's where I actually got this information that I know of is Swagger Souls. He has a lot more information when it comes to drugs. Please, I urge you to listen to the Misfits podcast because it's a lot more information. You'll get a lot more out of it. and they actually share their experience. Now, back on to when it binds to the serotonin receptors. What it will do, serotonin will go through there normally, and it'll go through the receptor. It's not in large quantities, unless you're asleep, where the brain then needs to actually shut down the body. It'll flood the system with serotonin, but just enough that your body will stay still, not sleepwalk. As doctors have found, a lack of serotonin while you're asleep is one of the leading causes as to why you sleepwalk. Now, when acid binds to the serotonin receptors, it'll flood your system. Not to put you asleep, but it will actually stimulate parts of the brain. Specifically, the parts that control your eyes and your ears. Because yes, the brain is split into parts that will control. Same with how right now, IRL, I am moving my, hold on a second. I feel stupid. There we go.
Sorry.
Shut it. I'm moving my right arm, IRL. That's the right hemisphere of my brain working. As I'm talking, that's actually a part of my brain processing the words, processing what I'm going to say, and putting a sentence together. That's how the brain will work. It is very complex. There's a reason why we barely understand anything about humans. It's because we first have to understand the brain. And as we evolve, as we've went from cavemen, we have evolved over the years. We have became creatures that have more intelligence, that can do different things, and that is evolution. There's a reason why we will never be able to fully understand humans, even though we are humans, and that is because we will never be able to map the brain properly. We can map it at a stage of right now. 5 years from now, however, a new human, their brain will be completely different. Okay, and, sorry, I'm getting a little tired, and I want to get through this a little bit. The left side controls the right side of the body.
And left controls right.
Yeah, that is true.
It's
too.
reversed.
Yeah.
That does make sense, actually,
Duh.
yeah.
Uh,
Shut it. Like I said, I am not an expert.
I was gonna correct you on that, but honestly, I
yeah,
was
but
just
you're
waiting
in the middle
to.
of shit.
Yeah, I'm like
Honestly,
collecting.
if you-
I'm collecting flowers and killing stuff. We
Honestly, if you guys
need
wanna-
food, don't
if-
we?
That is
Yeah.
true.
So, like I was saying, when it floods the system, it will then basically, like I said, it stimulates parts of the brain. So it binds to serotonin receptors in the part that controls your eyes and your ears, like I said. And it will start to do things which, as we've basically put it, is a trip. It is a psychedelic trip. And now here's the thing. People will experience 2 types of trips. Sorry, 3, but it's most commonly known as 1. Because it's rare to get one where you actually have both, as far as I know. You will get a visual or audio, or you will get both. Now, Christina actually has both, and she took it while she was at school. She took it before she
Don't
went to
do
school.
drugs at school. Don't do drugs at
Don't.
school.
And here's the thing, if you're gonna take acid, please,
Do it with safe
please,
people.
fucking please, get a fucking trip sitter.
Yeah.
Because unlike what most people would love to believe, even though it binds to certain areas of the brain, that doesn't mean it doesn't bind to others. If you think that someone... Okay, so because the brain processes it in specific ways, say you have an airsoft gun, and you and your buddies will normally just be like, no mag in the chamber, no 6mm BB in... Sorry, no mag in the gun, no 6mm BB in the chamber. You and your buddies might just go, oh, hey, bang bang, you're down. Just for like a little bit of fun. You guys are screwing around. You don't want to like accidentally hurt one another. However, if you're on acid and someone does that, your brain doesn't go, oh, it's an airsoft gun. Your brain goes, fuck, that is real. I'm about to get shot.
Yes.
Because that's what the brain will think. So the whole thing of someone had a heart attack because they were on acid is true. You can actually go into cardiac arrest all because of a drug. And it's terrifying.
Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs. If you are gonna do them safely. Don't do them at school.
Yes. And please get a trip sitter depending on the drug. And also, stuff like acid. I do not condone doing acid. Is it a drug that I would say is a one and done? Yes. Not only because, like I said, it was made by a pharmacist, meaning that the whole thing of you take it and then your body becomes immediately immune to it, essentially, or it doesn't really affect your brain, is true. And that's because it's all chemical based. And it binds to your brain. It's not like THC where you eat it and it creates another compound, which also, by the way, if you were having an audio trip and you want to see visuals, one of the ways to do it, only because I don't know exactly what it does. Like I said, I'm not an expert. You will
That's my dog
eat
staring at
a
you.
edible, and when
He's
it
just
goes through
staring.
your liver and creates that another compound, that can actually give you, potentially, visual. When you're having an audio trip, I don't know if it's the other way. I don't know if it also does it the other way around. I have no idea. Please do your research and know what you're getting yourself into. And like I said, please test what you're going to do. Do not go in blind, because acid actually has many types. So does LSD. And these many types are street drugs. Now, some people will get the pure stuff, maybe it's laced. Okay, but it's laced. It's not going to be overly good. But there's
Yeah.
some of this stuff, like I think one's called Dragon's Breath or something like that. It can actually kill you.
If you're
And not because...
yeah.
and-
You should
and not
definitely
because-
test it.
Yes, and no, this dragon stuff does not kill you because of fear. It's because it is a street drug made with stuff that is not pharmaceutical meds. It is made with shit like gasoline and stuff that literally you ingest will physically kill you because that shit is potent. Now, I think for today that's going to be it. Please, thank you guys for watching and listening so much. I hope you guys did enjoy. This is raw. All of the stuff that I do will be raw. I do not have an editor.
Doesn't
I
get
do not have editing
scripted.
software.
It's not scripted. This is
We
all.
said that.
Yeah,
True.
none of this
Time.
was scripted. None of
If
this
it was scripted, it
fucking
would have probably
scripted.
sounded better. Honestly.
Yes, and as
Sure.
you guys will notice, we cut each other off a lot, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
that is because we're not all in the same room.
Yeah.
So the reason why that happens is literally ping, and I say ping in the sense of when I say something and then Christina says something.
Everyone
takes a
knows that
couple
there's there's a 1 second delay between Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's it. There's a
So-
delay, and it's not even Xbox. It's specifically also chatting online.
It's servers.
There's a delay.
Even on Discord, there's
Yeah.
like a second.
Yeah, and that delay
Almost
actually depends on
heaven.
how far you are
West
from
West
someone.
Virginia.
That'll
I'm gonna
happen a lot.
slap both of you.
Blue Ridge Mountains, shining.
Can
Can I
gold.
finish up? Can
Yeah,
I
sorry.
finish up? my
Go ahead.
fucking-
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted
So,
to do that.
Thank you guys. Like I said, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening. Please let me know what you guys want to see in the future with podcasts, and I'm gonna explain this quickly. Why the title is "Why Do We Do This?" And the whole thing of why do we do this is why do I and the people that join me today, why do they join me while I stream? And that's because we know what it's like to be in a dark place. We know what it's like to be down in the dirt where you feel no one is there for you.
Everyone go to sleep, by the way.
Yeah,
This,
there's a bunch of phantoms.
Okay. I can't. Oh, there we go. This podcast is made. Sorry, not this podcast. This stream platform that I have and this podcast is made to show you that we're one and the same. And I hope it helps. I really do hope that us opening up to you guys about everything that we've all went through can help you guys open up to others and open up to people who can help you. Now, will that always happen? No. But at the same time, this is also an outlet where you guys can really come, watch, just relax. Know that everyone here has been in the same boat before. If you guys, since anybody here that is watching on my Twitch, thank you so much for being here. I know most likely it's these two fuckers, but seriously, if you are someone that is not in the party right now on Xbox, thank you for watching however long you have been, or if you've watched all the way from the beginning, thank you
You
so
must
much.
be a really lonely and dedicated person to sit down
Just
for
a little
2
bit.
hours, 30 minutes and
isn't-
listen to
who
us
doesn't have a
fucking
bed?
ramble.
But seriously, thank you so much for watching. And if you guys are watching on YouTube and you watched all the way through, or if you're even listening on
Who
YouTube
fucking
and
hit my
you've
horse?
listened all the way through,
There are monsters
thank
nearby.
you so fucking much.
There are
Horse,
monsters
Your mom's
nearby.
a hoe.
You guys are amazing, and I'm glad to have the community that I do at the moment. And I'm hoping that this community can grow. Now, if you're listening on YouTube or watching, please check down in the description. Everyone that is cool with me posting their social medias and their Xbox name will be down in the description. So please look down there because we will be there. I am also going to see what I can do about finding phone numbers for helplines. Please do not be
He
afraid to
lives in
reach out to
Canada
them.
and not the US.
Shut up. But please, reach out to those helplines because mental health, everything that we talked about today is real.
Is real.
Mental health is real. Going through a depressing time, being in an abusive relationship, or having an abuser in your life is real. You are not alone. I was about to say we are not alone. You are not alone in the fight that you go through every single day. Christina's been in that fight before.
Yep.
And she understands the struggles.
Do not be afraid
So
to
again-
reach out.
Yeah, do not be
Completely.
afraid.
Even if you want
Seriously, do
to
not.
take our socials and our discords and actually message us and reach out on there, I'm completely open to it. Like if you want to
Yeah,
add
I'm
me on
fine with
Xbox and have a conversation, or you want to come on the podcast and share your story, I'd be down for that. Honestly,
I'm down for that 100%.
I gotta use the bathroom so bad.
Fuck!
Alright, go for it.
I'll be right back.
Fucking suck.
But again, thank you guys so much for listening / watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Chuck, I'm not.